the home of champions.
Last day of spring training for the Yankees and the last day to enjoy some beautiful weather here in Florida. The fans on hand, and they're here to see their favorite team. The New York Yankees will be in action against, well, some future Yankees, if you will, as today the YES Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the world champion New York Yankees against the future stars of the Yankee organization right here at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Hi, everybody. Ken Singleton along with Tino Martinez once again this afternoon. Now, usually when the Yankees have an organizational meeting, it's upstairs in the front office. Well, today, they're actually going to have one on the field. Their future stars of their minor leagues will be on the field against the veteran Yankees today as they close out spring training. And, Tino, there's a lot of hot prospects on the field today. Which one are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Jesus Montero. He's one of the Yankee top catching prospects, and not only is he one of the best hitters in the Yankee organization, he's one of the top hitting catchers in all of minor league baseball, just waiting for his opportunity to get to the Bronx and make an impact at the big league level.
As for me, I'm looking forward to Slade Heathcott. He's the center fielder on this Future Stars team and a former #1 draft pick from last year for the New York Yankees. Supposedly, he's a 5-tool player. First chance I'm going to see him. First chance you'll see him on YES. Well, right now we'll check out a Verizon Fios pitching matchup for this afternoon. It's going to be Jonathan Albaladejo going for the Future Stars. Now, we've seen him before in the big leagues with the Yankees. And Javier Vazquez gets his final tune-up for the Yankees this spring. He'll be making his first start of the year against the Rays back here at Tropicana Field. Tino, what has he done so far this spring?
Well, he's had an outstanding spring so far. I think being his second time around with the Yankee organization, he's really relaxed and comfortable, and the Yankees expect another 200 innings out of him. And in spring training, he's had all of his pitches working. The curveball, the fastball, the changeup. He's been durable. He's excited. He's given the Yankees outings like they want to see, knowing out of that #4 spot, he will give them 200-plus innings and a chance to get that 28th World Championship.
Let's take a look at his career numbers. He's 142 wins, 139 losses, ERA just over 4. He is an innings eater. He is durable. A lot of strikeouts in 12 Major League Baseball seasons. Well, the Yankees are all tuned up and ready to go. Their starting pitching will have CC Sabathia on the mound tomorrow night in Boston, followed by the others in the rotation. And then when you close it out, you look forward to Mariano Rivera saving ball games for the Yankees. We'll be back.
Class, pass your test forward.
See what happens when kids go to school with the flu? They can easily pass their germs to everyone in the classroom. To keep them healthy, make sure kids get the seasonal flu vaccine right now and novel H1N1 vaccine when it's available. If they're sick, keep them home and teach them to wash their hands often or use hand sanitizer to reduce the spread of germs. A message from your state and local health departments to know what to do about the flu.
There are over 358 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. But not all water is created equal. Only 1/10000000th of 1% is filtered naturally beneath the Earth, with a distinct balance of minerals, and emerges crisp and refreshing enough to be called Poland Spring. Poland Spring 100% natural spring water, born better.
Getting to the airport can be stress-free. Just call the 77s of Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service and let us get you there on time and smiling. Whether you're going to LaGuardia, Kennedy, Newark, or riding around town, Dial 7 saves you time and money. We've got a bold new look, and we're the best ride in town. Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service, 777-7777.
Game on YES is brought to you in part by Chevy. Log on to ChevyOffers.com or call 1-877-64-CHEVY. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by DirecTV. It'll change your life. Call 1-800-DIRECT-TV. Oh, we told you about the weather conditions. Can't get much more perfect than this. And we'll check out the game time conditions presented by Toyota. Here in Tampa, Florida, 80 degrees and sunny, just about perfect. Pretty good day in the Bronx as well. 64, partly cloudy. In Boston, It's sunny in Boston, where the Yankees will be heading after the game today at 67 degrees. Now let's check out the starting lineup for today's Future Stars, presented by BMW. They'll be facing Javier Vasquez, the veteran right-hander. Slade Heathcott will be in center field. He'll lead it off. Corbin Joseph at third base, followed by Jesus Montero, one of the best hitting prospects in the minor leagues. That's what he did last season. David Adams at second base, J.R. Murphy in left field, Colin Curtis in left field, and the rest of the order. And Heathcott swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Alex Rodriguez, and beats it out.
What, waited around for too many pitches. A little excitement right there. Swings first pitch and chops it and shows that 5-tool speed he has, beaten throw by Alex Rodriguez to first base.
Well, if his other tools are as good as his speed, he's going to be a heck of a ball player, because he beats out a slow roller to third and is on with an infield single. And that'll bring up Corbin Joseph. Joseph is playing third base today. I think we got as far as Colin Curtis in the order. It's Bradley Suttle, Eduardo Nunez, and Melky Mesa to follow the rest of the guys in the order. First pitch, a little bit high for a ball. Corbin Joseph was a 4th-round pick in 2008. He's from Franklin, Tennessee. This is a big game for these kids, Tino.
It is a very big game. These guys, the first time they're over here playing in the Major League Stadium in front of the Major League staff.
And a pretty good crowd, too.
All the front office employees are here, the scouts all watching them to see how they react and how they handle today's situation facing the big league ball club.
Well, Joseph last year hit 300 at Charleston. That was in the South Atlantic League. And he was the player of the month for July when he hit 410. Left-handed hitter takes one upstairs for a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Looking Javier Vasquez last year with the Atlanta Braves. Of course, he came to the Yankees in a trade over the winter. Braves were looking to unload some money. 15-10, 2.87 ERA. Opponents hit just 223 against him. Pitch is fouled back and out of play.
It's the final tune-up here for Javier Vasquez. Last start, obviously, before spring training. Has an outstanding spring. All of his pitches are working, the fastball, curveball, slider change, and he's ready to go when the season starts. Today you'll just see him work on all four pitches. Just fine-tune himself and get ready for his opener in Tampa Bay next week.
He'll be at Tropicana Field facing the Rays. Heathcott at first has a decent lead, draws a throw.
Vasquez, great acquisition by the Yankees. Brian Cashman going out, finding him, knowing the Braves wanted to dump some money, like you said, Kenny. But to have a number 4 starter who can eat up innings, 200+ innings, what a luxury that is to have in a starting rotation.
Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Vasquez has been one of the more durable pitchers over the last decade as well. When you talk about strikeouts, only Randy Johnson struck out more batters in the past decade than Javier Vasquez.
Because he's one of the few pitchers in the league that has four above average pitches. Good fastball, good curveball, good changeup and slider. And he's not afraid to throw any of those pitches at any time in the count.
Looked like a breaking ball there, and it's called strike 3 to Corbin Joseph. Let's check out the Yankees defensive alignment, brought to you by the Home Depot. Doing more on defense. In the outfield, it's Gardner, Granderson, and Wynn. Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira in the infield. Posada doing the catching. At shortstop, the captain is a 10-time All-Star. Good to see Posada back in the lineup today. Been bothered by a stiff neck.
I'm sure when he got to the ballpark this morning and told Joe Girardi he's able to go, that the sigh of relief was breathed there, knowing that he will be ready for tomorrow night's opener in good health.
Here's Jesus Montero. Here's the young man you were looking forward to seeing, and I am too. I think Yankee fans are going to be very happy with him. He's supposedly one of the best hitters in all of the minor leagues. That's what he did last season. Overall, in 2 stops, 337 with 17 home runs and 70 runs batted in, 389 on base percentage. At Tampa and at Trenton, he went from A-ball to Double-A last year.
That's one of the more impressive things about him is that at such a young age, he's able to work the count, go deep into counts. He takes his walks. He's not necessarily up there looking to hit home runs, and he has power to all fields, right field, center field, left field. He can hit the ball out of any ballpark in the big leagues, and he just hits for average. 337 you saw there, and very patient, just puts together good at-bats, and he is one of the top hitters in the league.
Young man from Venezuela. Another throw to check on Heathcott at first base. Ranked by Baseball America, the top 5 New York Yankee prospects. There's Montero, Austin Romine. We've seen a lot of him over here at the big league camp. Heathcott, Zach McAllister, and Manny Banuelos. They took the name down too quickly. This pitch is hit well towards the gap in right center field. It's going to be in there, and maybe for an extra base hit. Randy Wynn cuts it off. Here comes the throw towards second, and Montero slides in with a double. Heathcott was at first, and he's now at third base as the Yankees got the ball in quickly, but Montero showing off some of that power and fills the gap in right center field.
This is one of his strengths right here. Javier Vasquez throws fastball in the outer half, and Jesus stays right on it and drives it to that right center gap. He doesn't try to pull the ball. He sprays the ball to all fields, and that's why he hits above 300 with power.
Oh, had a nice ring to it coming off the bat. So second and third and 1 out, and it'll bring up the second baseman, David Adams. Right-handed hitter out of the University of Virginia, and he's not wasting any time swinging at the first pitch and fouls it back.
It's funny because a lot of times when these guys like Andy Pettit and CC Sabathia go across the street to have an outing against a AA or AAA team, they usually get rocked. You know, they get their pitches in, they get their work in, but these young hitters are up there just hacking, just swinging away at anything they throw up there, without even giving the major league pitchers a chance to set them up and get to their strikeout pitches.
Runners at second and third with 1 out. Adams, a third-round pick in 2008 by the Yankees. Breaking ball is down and away. He evens the count at a ball and a strike. Yeah, they want to get their hacks against the big-time players that they watch on TV and read about.
It's a great opportunity here. These guys playing, looks like a pretty sold-out crowd here.
Yeah.
10,000 people, great crowd, and that's exciting for them as well to come across from playing in front of 4 or 5 scouts across the street to a filled stadium.
A chance for the Yankee fans to see some of these future Yankees in action. Adams takes a breaking ball outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Vasquez is slated to, I would imagine, 75 pitches, 75 to 100. And that should have him ready to go for his first major league start of this season.
We talked about his durability earlier, Kenny, and his innings pitch. He eats up innings. He works out hard. He's in great shape, and he has great mechanics. If you watch him pitch, he's nice and smooth and effortless to home plate. Not a whole lot of herky-jerky motions or funky moves, and I think that's what makes him stay durable and healthy throughout the years. He's got great mechanics.
Smooth delivery, yeah. 2-2 on Adams. Ball is popped up. Derek Jeter drifts back onto the outfield grass, and the captain makes the catch. No advance by the runners. So Vasquez is able to get a pop-up, and now there are 2 outs. Heathcott remains at third, and Montero is still at second. Pitchers in those situations, they want that pop-up, that strikeout. They don't want the ball to, well, a ground ball to short of second will score a run. But he got a bonus with a pop-up to Derek Jeter, the captain.
Yeah, don't think for any second here that Javier Vasquez is taking this outing lightly just because he's facing the minor leaguers. He wants to go out there and have a good outing, work on his stuff, and he doesn't want to get embarrassed and give up too many runs. He wants to feel good leaving this game today and getting ready to start the major league season. Here is
J.R. Murphy. He's the designated hitter this afternoon, a catcher by trade. And he takes a pitch over for a call strike. Murphy's from nearby Bradenton, Florida. Bradenton is less than an hour?
It's about Sarasota area.
Okay.
Down there, about an hour away.
And Murphy was a second-round pick in 2009, just last year. Played in the Gulf Coast League. Little chopper. Vasquez has it. Flips to Teixeira, and the future Stars do not get on the scoreboard, despite the fact they had a couple of hits off Vasquez here at the top of the first. So the Yankees will be coming to the plate to face their future stars.
Hey, this says Verizon Fios customers are switching back to cable.
That's what it says.
But that's not true. You know, you wouldn't have to do stuff like this if you had better customer satisfaction ratings.
Dude, if we had better ratings, we wouldn't need to do stuff like this.
That's my point.
That is my point.
It's the same point.
Get out of my brain.
With 4 times more very satisfied customers than Cablevision, it's no wonder over 98% of Verizon Fios customers stick with Fios. This is beyond cable. This is Fios.
When Motor Trend says you're good, you're good. But when they name the Ford Fusion 2010 Car of the Year, that means there is nothing better. Except maybe getting 0% financing or $2,000 cash back during the Leadership Sales Drive. That's 0% financing or $2,000 cash. Plus, with up to 34 miles per gallon, Fusion gets better gas mileage than both Camry and Accord. Or you can lease for only $189 a month. Ford Fusion, Car of the Year, Deal of the Century. The Leadership Sales Drive at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
There's a look at the crowd on hand, and an excellent crowd to see the Yankees for the last time here in spring training. And right now we're going to check out the Yankees starting lineup presented by Lexus. Derek Jeter will lead it off, followed by Jorge Posada in the second spot in the order. Mark Teixeira batting third. Alex Rodriguez, pretty good spring, 333, a couple of home runs, 10 runs batted in. He'll be in a cleanup spot. Ned Robinson, Cano, Nick Swish will be the DH this afternoon. Curtis Granderson in center, Randy Wynn in right. And Brett Gardner will be in left field. Jonathan Abaladejo. Well, we've seen him before in the big league level. 2009, 32 games, 5-1, 5.24 ERA. And you can see opponents hit .306 against him.
And Jonathan Abaladejo looking to stay on the radar. Just wanted to have a good outing today, throw strikes, and stay on the radar so the Yankees may give him a chance to get called up during the season if they need him. He's got major league experience, and that's another reason why he's starting this game today. A major leaguer starting against the major league hitters, knowing they got a guy out there who won't be overexcited and let his pitches get away from him. He'll stay within himself and just pitch a game.
Nice and easy does it, right?
Right down the middle.
Well, the first man he'll face will be Derek Jeter, who should be the first man to bat in the 2010 baseball season tomorrow night in Boston against the Red Sox and Josh Beckett. Abaladejo's first pitch is in there for a call strike. 212 hits, second most in the major leagues last year. 225 for Ichiro of the Seattle Mariners. Swing and a miss, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Derek, of course, working on a string of 5 straight 300 seasons.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's just amazing the way he goes about his business every single year, and so consistent year in, year out. Uses the whole field, and nobody hits that inside fastball to right field better than he does. He can get tied up and fight balls off for the best of them, and yet turn on the ball to left field when he has to.
Now, this might be one of the games where the the veteran Yankees, the regulars here, might be swinging at the first pitch.
You think so? I'm surprised that Derek Jeter actually took a pitch there to begin with. That's not like him.
No, it's not. You get it near the strike zone, he's hacking at it. The 1-2 pitch is on the way, and he takes a little low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
There's a good chance tomorrow night in Fenway Park that first pitch is thrown. Even though there'll be 20,000 camera flashes going to start the season in the stands, he's swinging at that first pitch.
Little chopper foul and looked like a sinking fastball.
Scott Brocious used to talk about Derek Jeter as a guy who has a slump-proof swing. And what he means by that is he has the speed to beat out chopped balls to the infield. And also, if you try to pound him inside, he'll fight you off to right field. If you hang him over the middle of the plate, he'll crush you in the left center. There's really no specific way to pitch him and get him out.
Smash into center field for a base hit, and Jeter's on. Let's check out the Future Stars defensive alignment brought to you by the Home Depot, doing more on defense in the outfield from left to right. We've seen Colin Curtis this spring. He's had some big hits over here this side of Dale Mabry. Slade Heathcott in center, Melky Mesa in right, Corbin Joseph at third, Eduardo Nunez at short, David Adams at second, Bradley Suttle at first, and Jesus Montero doing the catching. Heathcott, of course, we mentioned back that he was a #1 draft pick. He's lefty-lefty.
Lefty. Hopefully next time up he'll take a couple of pitches, give us a chance to look at his approach and see exactly what his swing looks like and get a better read on him.
Here's Jorge Posada batting in the second spot. Jeter's on the move. Ground ball past Abaladejo. Nunez is up with it, and he's going to throw on the first for the out. And it might be, catcher's interference on Montero, so he'll be charged with an error, and Jorge Posada will reach safely.
Montero didn't hurt himself, just maybe messed his glove up a little bit or something, but I think he When he saw Derek Jeter taking off right here to steal, he reached out to try to come out to shoot a little too quick to throw him out.
It looks like he's okay. He's just getting a new glove.
He sees, he knows Derek's going right now, so he's trying to reach forward to get out of the shoot a little too quick, and he's still, as a catcher, when that runner's running, you got to sit back and wait for the ball to get to you and then come out.
Jorge knew right away. I mean, he's a catcher. He knows what that's all about. So the Yankees will have 2 men on. Jeter's on with a base hit. Jorge reaches on the error by the catcher, and it'll bring up Mark Teixeira. And Teixeira takes one a little outside for ball 1. That's what Teixeira did last year. Tied for the league lead in home runs with Carlos Pena, and did lead the league in runs batted in with 122. Ball is hit down the left line. This one is twisting towards foul territory, and it'll be out of play for Colin Curtis.
What is the ruling on that there, Kenny? I think Jorge Posada gets credited for a hit and an error.
No, I'm not. I don't think he gets a hit. I think that he's charged with an error.
And no at bat.
And no, well, I don't think he gets an at bat, but the catch gets charged with the error. That's how he reaches base on the error. I'm pretty sure it's not a hit.
Yeah, because I saw him throw a hit up there on the scoreboard. That was kind of confused me a little bit.
1-1 to count on Teixeira, and he takes a little low, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Most of this Yankee starting lineup, the hitters have had outstanding springs, and Jeter, Posada, and Mark Teixeira as well. They've been swinging the bat really well as of the last couple of weeks and are all ready to go. So that's a good sign to have most of the guys swinging the bat pretty well to start the season.
Now back and out of play. Now Albaladejo on the mound is one of the pitchers that you might see in the Bronx this year. If somebody either doesn't perform well or somebody is injured, particularly in the bullpen, you might see him back in the Bronx.
He could have made the team out of spring training this year. There's just basically no room for him with the signing of Javier Vasquez and Chan Ho Park. The Yankees just really loaded up their bullpen, and Albaladejo was the odd man out.
That's high. Full count now on Teixeira. Plus, with the fact that the pitchers who weren't going to win that 5th spot in the starting rotation, they were headed for the bullpen too.
Exactly, but it's nice luxury to have a guy with big league experience there in AAA, waiting just in case as an insurance policy.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's popped up foul and out of play. Alfredo Aceves seems to be okay, and he'll be in the bullpen. Sergio Mitre will be there as well. They were in the running for the 5th spot in that starting rotation, which was eventually won by Phil Hughes. And Hughes will be staying here in Florida. He'll throw an extended spring training because his first start doesn't come till April the 15th at home. They want to keep him busy. 3-2 pitch. Pulled foul, look out. And it appears that everybody's okay. That's what happens when you stand on that top rail. That's Phil Hughes. Looked like it got him underneath the left arm. Good thing it's the left arm. He's smiling.
You can see him go down the stairs now a little bit, sit on the bench, as quite a few players may follow him.
You know, Tino, years ago they didn't have those guardrails in the front of dugouts. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Mark Teixeira. Hit hard again and foul, so we'll have a 9th pitch for the Yankee first baseman.
I think the only question mark coming out of spring training is the health of Damaso Marte, the left-handed reliever out of the Yankees bullpen. He's got a cranky left shoulder. He will make the trip to Boston and be reevaluated tomorrow, see how he feels, and hopefully he's ready to go and start the season.
That is high for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And the crowd anticipating the at-bat of Alex Rodriguez with the bases loaded, and you hear the applause as he comes to the plate. This is what people pay to see.
You're right, Kenny. Absolutely. When A-Rod comes to the plate, especially when the bases are loaded, the crowd automatically gets into it. It's just one of those. It's one of those hitters that something amazing may happen and they don't want to miss it.
12 straight seasons with 100 or more runs batted in. Breaking ball, just a little bit low for ball 1.
But used to be that way with Darryl Strawberry back when he played with the Yankees, and he'd come off the bench to pinch hit. When Joe Torre was trying to make a move there, the fans were all looking in the dugout to see who it would be. When Darryl Strawberry steps out of that dugout, the roar of the crowd was something. It was a standing ovation. It was unbelievable, and just a good feeling knowing that Straw has the capability of hitting the ball out of the park at any time.
I remember that night he pitched in Oakland and hit one over the center field wall.
He was amazing.
That pitch is low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. I think it was in the top of the 9th inning, and Joe was looking for some. I don't remember. I want to say the bases were loaded. I'm not sure, but I know he just launched one straight away center field. Oakland is difficult to hit home runs, particularly to center at night.
It sure is.
2-1 pitch, and that is ball. No, it isn't. It's over the outside corner. Abladejo has stayed with the breaking ball, A-Rod, and the count is evened up at 2-2. I thought that might have been a bit outside.
So check it out right here. Fastball away. Tried to run it back over. That's a little off the plate there.
Yep.
Being home plate umpire Travis Carlson trying to help out Abladejo a little bit.
A-Rod swings and misses, strike 3, and he's out of there. There he went to the breaking ball and picks up the strikeout.
Good breaking ball here from Abladejo. Starts up in the zone, gets A-Rod way out front there a little bit, and just good swing and a miss pitch. I think A-Rod was gearing up a little bit after that last pitch off the plate a little bit, and just trying to put a ball and play out in the outfield.
Montero just got enough of that to keep it near home plate. So now 1 out, bases loaded, and Robinson Cano will come to the plate. Robbie's had himself an excellent spring. That's what he did last year, career high 25 home runs. He also had a career high 48 doubles. And it's not very often that middle infielders on the same ball club each have over 200 hits. Jeter with 212 and Cano with 204. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back, strike 1.
He's got one of the nicest left-handed swings in the big leagues. He's just so smooth and effortless. Hits the ball with power to all fields, and you see all the guys and their stats are hitting 320, above 300 with 20+ home runs. It's because they use the whole field and they take their walks. And although Cano's an aggressive hitter and doesn't walk too much, he's one of the few who can put the ball and play hard and get a lot of base hits each season. 204 hits last year.
That was the first time in his career he had reached the 200 hit mark. Pitch is fouled off again, and Abladejo bearing down here with the bases loaded. Quickly gets ahead of Cano. No balls and 2 strikes.
I asked Robbie Cano one day what his off-season regimen consists of, and he told me that when he goes back home to the Dominican when the season ends, he takes about 3 weeks off, and his dad has a hitting academy where he teaches a lot of kids hitting, and Robbie would go down to his dad's camp and start hitting 3 weeks afterwards and hit 100 balls a day and try to stay as sharp as he can throughout the whole offseason.
Good swing there, fouls it back. I told you he had a good spring. He's hitting 377. At least, let's put it this way. He finished spring training at 377. The statistics today will not count. Bases loaded. You saw Jeter at third, Posada at second, Teixeira at first. Montero and Abladejo are going to talk it over here. They're well ahead on the count, 0-2, maybe trying to figure out what are we going to do. Cano can hit anything.
Yeah, no, you throw a ball in the dirt somewhere, hope he chases, but if it's anywhere catchable by the catcher, he can hit it.
This might be our one of our few opportunities that we've seen Montero actually work behind the plate. We've seen him hit, and he can hit. Breaking ball outside for ball 1.
One thing they were concerned about, not concerned about, they want him to work on his catching, and I think this year he came into camp a little bit heavy and started working out, lost quite a few pounds, and got in pretty good shape by the middle of spring, and they were surprised at how well he was blocking balls and how well he did defensively behind the plate this spring.
Cano rips one to the gap in left center field. This is going to score at least a couple of runs. Jeter's trotting home, so is Posada. Cano's in the second with a 2-run double as Teixeira ends up at third, and it's 2-0. Yankees. Cano has been hitting with runners in scoring position this spring, something he had trouble with last year.
He's fouled a couple balls off to the left side. There you go with the fastball, tailing down away, stays on it, drives right through it. Beautiful swing. A couple RBIs right there, but it's a good at bat by Robinson Cano. He fouls off pitches and battles until he gets what he wants.
And that will set it up for Nick Swisher. And a quick chat on the mound.
It's a
Swisher last year, 29 home runs, 21 of them on the road. .26 pitches thus far for Jonathan Abladejo here in the bottom of the first. Swisher checks a swing on a breaking ball in the dirt.
You don't like to get in too deep into numbers, but to have 21 of his home runs on the road last year, you think if he has a slight improvement in Yankee Stadium this year, which is a great place for left-handed hitter to hit, especially a switch hitter, his numbers could go up this year if he has a better, consistent approach, because it's a nice place to hit home runs in the new Yankee Stadium.
That's high and away, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. 21 home runs on the road, tied Jason Bay and Aaron Hill for the most road homers in the American League. Jason Bay now with the Mets after signing as a free agent. Aaron Hill, second baseman for Toronto. His ball is hit well to left center field. Going back is Heathcott. Near the warning track, near the wall, makes the catch. Tagging at third and scoring easily on the long fly ball is Mark Teixeira. It's 3-0 Yankees. A couple of things on that at bat. That ball was well hit by Nick Swisher to get the run in. Good situational hitting on the sac fly, but watch Heathcott in center field.
He had a good jump on the ball. Good swing by Nick Swisher. Goes down and dry the outfield to assure himself of at least a sac fly, but I thought he crushed this ball, hit it very well. Great jump by Heathcott in the outfield, just keeping the ball on the right side of the shoulder there, right in front of him. Nice play, finding the fence, and good route to the ball right there by Heathcott.
That was impressive. So it's 3-0 Yankees. Give Swisher a run batted in, and that's going to be it for Abladejo as he's going to depart here with 2 outs. Remember, he's not a reliever. He's a reliever, not a starter. So he threw near 30 pitches. He's out. We'll be back with the rest of the bottom of the first in just a moment.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the Waltons take way too long to say goodnight?
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Aaron.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Grandpa.
Good night, Ben.
Good night.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Daddy.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
When Motor Trend says you're good, you're good. But when they name the Ford Fusion 2010 Car of the Year, that means there is nothing better. Except maybe getting 0% financing or $2,000 cash back during the Leadership Sales Drive. That's 0% financing or $2,000 cash. Plus, with up to 34 miles per gallon, Fusion gets better gas mileage than both Camry and Acura. Or you can lease for only $189 a month. Ford Fusion, Car of the Year, Deal of the Century. The Leadership Sales Drive at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
And we are back with our value expert, Mary Rich.
Well, today we have some great everyday values that save you money without...
What do we have here?
You have found the McDonald's.
So which one of these would you say is the best value?
They all are. Dan?
Delicious.
They all are.
It's easy to find value at McDonald's, especially when you can find 32 ounces of refreshing sweet tea on the dollar menu every day, along with a beefy McDouble or a juicy McChicken.
This is great, Barry. I love it when you come here.
Well, the future Stars go to a left-handed pitcher to face Curtis Granderson. The Yankees have scored 3 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. There's 2 outs. Granderson to the plate. And he'll be facing Wilkins Arias, young man from the Dominican Republic, 6'1", 150 pounds. And he starts him off with a breaking ball, and it's up high for ball 1. Last year, Arias pitched at Double-A Trenton. 66 strikeouts in 61 2/3 innings. That's impressive. Pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. 3-1. Breaking ball is fouled back by Granderson, and it's a ball and a strike.
A lot of these pitchers down from the Dominican Republic have that tall, lanky body. They all sling the ball. They all seem to have electric stuff. They just, the fastballs are have a lot of movement on him, good breaking ball, and he looks kind of similar to the Perez brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Melito Perez and Pascual Perez, those type.
Pascual was something, wasn't he?
They have the wiry arms, just fling the ball. And
Pascual is from Montreal. He pitched for the Braves for a while. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Arias gets the job done as he strikes out Curtis Granderson. But the Yankees score 3 runs here in the bottom of the first inning against the Future Stars and take an immediate 3-0 lead.
Dish Network claims they have the same TV as DirecTV for less. Really? What Dish doesn't tell you is that if you're one of the millions who love FX, Hallmark, Animal Planet, or Bravo, you won't get them with Dish Network's basic package. In fact, you won't get any of these 42 channels. With DirecTV's basic package, you get all of these channels and a whole lot more. So don't be fooled by Dish Network. When you compare, DirecTV wins every time.
We're Big Bucks Auto. You've seen us on TV. You've heard us on the radio. We pay top dollar for thousands of vehicles, and we're still buying stronger than ever.
Don't spend your hard-earned money on costly ads that just don't work. Then have psychos coming to your home.
No more bait-and-switch trade-ins and not knowing what you're really getting for your car.
Drive in for your free cash appraisal. We'll make you an offer and give you big bucks on the spot.
Even if it's leased or financed. Call us today at Big Bucks Auto, 888-44-BUCKS.
Kyle!
What's up, Mom?
You went on a 29,000-mile joyride in my brand new BMW?
Mom, it's pre-owned.
But your father said it was new.
Yeah, new as in you didn't have it before.
Looks like new, performs like new. And with a warranty for up to 6 years or 100,000 miles, it's hard to believe it's pre-owned.
Wait till your father hears about this.
He knows all about it.
Welcome back to Steinbrenner Field, where the Yankees lead 3-0 at the end of 1 inning. Move on to the top of the second. Javier Vasquez still doing the pitching for the Yankees. And he'll be facing Colin Curtis, Bradley Suttle, and Eduardo Nunez. 2 of the 3 we have seen over here at Steinbrenner Field, including Colin Curtis, who'll be leading it off. He's had some success over here this spring. A couple of 3-run homers, one walk-off shot. That's Joe Girardi, Yankee manager, who along with his ball club, be winging their way to Boston following the game today and starting it for real tomorrow night. You know, I know a lot of anticipation for Joe. And
excitement when you get to the ballpark today. You start packing your bag up, and the guys get everything organized so they can just get in the game, play the game, and shower and get dressed and get out of here. It's an exciting day to finally leave spring training and head to the major league city you're starting at and get the season going.
Here is Curtis, who takes pitch for a call strike. We mentioned that Curtis had some success over here. He's with Scranton Wilkes-Barre last year. Also played a little bit at Trenton, 4th-round pick, 2006, out of Arizona State University.
It's his second big league year. He's in big league spring training last year, and he seemed to be a little more tentative. He was, taking pitches and just trying to put the ball in play and not being as aggressive as he was this year. This year he was getting that first pitch. He was taking his hacks and had a very good spring. Hit a couple of big home runs for the Yankees and really opened their eyes.
Hits this one hard, but pulls it foul down the first base side. First spring training game. Colin Curtis, big-time hero in the 9th inning. This is a walk-off home run. That's just what that young man ordered. Came right on time for the Yankees, too.
That's great.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a breaking ball is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One thing a pitcher like Vasquez, and you can see it right there, that last pitch, he's ahead on the count. He tries to get you to chase just out of the zone. He knows how to strike people out. And a lot of times, if you throw the ball over the plate just a little low or a little too high where they really can't get to it, you can get them to swing. This one is popped in the air towards left center field. Let's see who's going to get it here. It's going to be Gardner who makes the catch, and there's 1 out. If you start throwing the ball way outside, hitters aren't going to chase that, or way in. They're taught not to swing at things like that. But if you get it over the plate, make it look good, they might go for it.
He did it. He just checked his swing there, almost chased that split finger fastball in the dirt there, and Comes right back with an elevated fastball and ties him up just a hair, enough to pop him up. Good pitching by Javier Vasquez.
University of Texas has always had a good baseball program, and Bradley Suttle's out of that program. Takes a pitch in there for a call strike. In fact, he made freshman All-American at Texas. And the Yankees drafted him in the 4th round of 2007. He did not play last year. He was recovering from shoulder surgery. And he rips one foul into the seats. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Tell you what, this lineup for the future stars represented some good college programs. University of Virginia, Texas, Arizona State. Big time baseball programs. You know where the scouts are going, right?
Absolutely. Yankees draft some quality players, some quality programs, and those programs, they seem to be a little bit ahead of the game, so when they do get to the minor league level or the minor league camps, they know how to play the game the right way, and it's a lot less teaching on the minor league instructors as far as that goes.
Plus, when you're talking about successful programs, these guys are used to winning. There's a pitch. Oh, that just missed, and it's 2-2.
Used to winning, and normally they have good coaches, good instruction to get them ready for the next level.
Line foul off the bat. It's subtle.
And that's one thing the Yankee organization does well. They'll have all the minor league hitting instructors come talk to the major league hitting instructor, Kevin Long, and get a plan, get a mechanics, the approach they want to have for these minor leaguers. And that way, when they do get called up to the big leagues, Kevin Long, hitting coach Kevin Long, has a great idea of where they're at and what their approach is all about.
Took something off a breaking ball, had Subtle out in front. You know, one thing, that's a good point, Tino, because what happens in the minor leagues, the development people, after the scouts go out and sign these players, then you turn them over to the development people. And they're the ones that are in charge of making them big leaguers after the Yankees have signed them. And you want them all to be on the same page as they move up the ladder in the Yankee organization.
And they do that well here, very well here. They don't let just some minor league hitting instructor who they hired, carry on with his own program and his own ideas.
Hit in the air to right field for Randy Wynn, and he is there and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 fly ball outs here in the 2nd inning from the first 2 hitters, and it'll bring up Melky Mesa. Well, Mesa's batting 9th, but he had some power last year. Hit 20 home runs at Charleston in the South Atlantic League. That is a league, if I remember correctly, that excuse me, I skipped a hitter. It's Nunez, the shortstop. Getting a little ahead of myself. I must be wanting to get to Boston pretty quick.
It's that anticipation, the excitement.
First pitch is a call strike to Nunez. Nunez, of course, has been over here as well. Had a good year last year at Trenton, hitting .322. Solid shortstop. Chases a pitch out of the zone, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Make it look like a strike, but it's really not. And it's 0-2. Let's see if he does it again. This is when you get 2 strikes. This is when your discipline really has to be on point as a hitter. See, tried to get him go for it again, and it's ball and 2 strikes.
And that's what makes Javier Vasquez so tough and such a strikeout pitcher, because if he gets ahead in the count, 0-2, 1-2, you're not sure what to expect. Here's a pretty good slider down away right here, and good location. Looks like a split finger fastball.
He almost got him with a bite at it.
But now he's still ahead 1-2. Now he can still go to any one of his 4 pitches, and he throws them all for strikes, and they're all strikeout pitches.
Hung that curveball a little bit, but had Nunez out in front. It's nice when you're a pitcher, you can go to A, B, C, or D. Multiple choice. High fastball is fouled back to the screen. And you notice that one was a little out of the zone. Tried to get him to swing through it.
Eduardo Nunez spent some time in big league camp last couple of years. It's one of their top infield prospects as well. Shortstop, second baseman, good arm, good range, and got a live bat, good power off that bat.
Call, strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Javier Vasquez as the Yankees set down the future stars in order. It's on to the bottom of the 2nd inning, and the Yankees have the lead over their future stars 3-0.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Come out to Yankee Stadium in 2010 to see the 27-time world champion New York Yankees in action. On Thursday, April 15th, when the Yankees take on the Angels, don't miss a very special cap night at Yankee Stadium. All fans in attendance will receive a 27-time world champions Yankees hat, courtesy of H&R Block. In 2010, come home to Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger up full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup right here on Yes.
Yankees, Red Sox, opening night exclusively on Yes tomorrow. The Yankees title defense begins in the biggest fashion possible against the Red Sox at Fenway. It's the 2010 season opener. Yankees, Red Sox, presented by DirecTV. Extended coverage starts tomorrow at 7, exclusively on Yes.
Fans welcome the 27-time world champion Yankees back to town with the New York Yankees 2010 homecoming dinner on Monday, April 12th at 5 p.m. Don't miss this opportunity to see the Bronx Bombers up close and personal. A limited number of seats are still available. For more information, call 212-843-1703 or email yankeedinner@hgnyc.com. Ivan Nova is now doing the pitching. He's a starter. 12 starts last year at Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He also pitched as a starting pitcher at Trenton last year. Randy Wynn with a swing and a miss. Nova just 23 years of age and from the Dominican Republic. Worked his way through the Yankee organization starting back in 2005 when he pitched in the Dominican Summer League. Little chopper down the first baseline. It's going to be a fair ball for Settle. He has it. Steps on the bag and Randy Wynn is out. Randy Wynn yesterday had that hit in the bottom of the 9th inning when the Yankees were 2 outs and nobody on, rallied for a couple of runs that tied the ball game against Baltimore. The game ended in a 6-6 tie. But during that at bat, he came up as a left-handed hitter, and the Orioles changed to a left-handed pitcher. And of course, Randy Wynn's a switch hitter, had struck out his previous 3 times batting left-handed. They bring in a lefty to face him, and he got a base hit batting right-handed to tie the game.
And he probably felt like, okay, this is a good move for me as well. I'm struggling from the left side. At least let me try the right side. Jumped on a first pitch fastball and tied the game. Nice job by Randy Wynn there, salvaging his day.
He ended up 2 for 5. Here's Brett Gardner. Takes a strike from Nova. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball rolled to second base for David Adams. He throws out to Speedy Gardner, and there's 2 down.
Mentioned Kenny Ivan Nova, only 23 years old. The Yankees are high on this kid. He throws a good electric fastball, got a lot of pop on his fastball, a good slider and a good changeup. And he's one of those guys that even though he's 23 years old, he has a chance down the line to maybe get called up this year, if not maybe late in September.
Well, he's should be at Scranton Wilkes-Barre in their rotation. That's where he ended last season. Here's Derek Jeter. Captain had a single and scored in the first inning. It's a line shot off the glove of Nova, recovers and throws out Derek Jeter. So a 1-2-3 inning for the tall right-hander, 6'4", 210 pounds, just 23 years old. Well, that used to be me.
Never me.
Cano, Gardner, Chamberlain, and Hughes. Before they hoisted the World Series trophy in the Bronx, they starred for New Jersey's top minor league team, the Trenton Thunder. Just an hour from the Bronx, the Thunder offer the highest level of baseball in New Jersey. Don't miss the New York Yankees World Series trophy on opening night April 8th and our free all-you-can-eat feast on April 9th and 10th. Trenton Thunder Baseball. Fun happens here.
Right now, all over New York, people are becoming shining examples of energy efficiency.
We fix the
the farm. By changing all their old-fashioned light bulbs to Energy Star qualified CFLs that use less energy and last longer. Upload a video of your big change-out and you could be featured in our next TV commercial. You'll also win a free home performance assessment and free bulb makeovers for 10 of your neighbors. Upload your video at shiningexampleny.com.
Paul Murphy is my name. I got the RAV4. Everybody needs a deal, and this has got to be one of the best deals around.
This is the opportunity you've been waiting for, but time is running out to take advantage of these historic offers. So see your Toyota dealer and get great deals on many of your favorite Toyota models. Lease a new 2010 Camry for just $179 a month, or get 0% APR financing for 60 months.
Where can you beat that?
The Sunday Daily News is celebrating modern Yankee heroes with great commemorative magazines. Each Sunday, get a big, full-color magazine of a Yankee hero, packed with extraordinary action shots, career highlights, and stats, plus a player poster. This Sunday, get A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. Yours free only in the Sunday Daily News.
Here we go to the third inning. Javier Vasquez thus far has held the future stars to just 2 hits. Both coming in the first inning. Yeah, 1-2-3 inning in the second. Now he'll face Melky Mesa. And back to the top of the order, Slade Heathcott and Corbin Joseph. Now here's hit 20 home runs last year at Charleston. And the first pitch is outside. Charleston, the South Atlantic League. Now years ago, I think the Pirates had a farm club there, and Willie Stargell played for that team. And if I'm not mistaken, as there's a pop up to the right side, let's see who's going to get it here. It looks like it's going to be Robinson Cano. He puts it away for the out. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's railroad tracks beyond the wall in right field. And every once in a while, you see one of these long freight trains coming by through Charleston. And what happened was Willie Stargell was playing there, hit a home run, and one of the trains was going by, and it landed in a coal car. You know, car filled with coal. And they said it was one of the longest home runs ever hit because it ended up in Chicago.
It could be still going. Yeah. Still traveling.
Here is Heathcott.
He got very aggressive again, jumping on the first pitch, fouling it back.
We mentioned #1 draft pick just a year ago by the Yankees. We should be following him closely to see where he ends up this year, where he's scheduled to play in the Yankee organization. Pops one up into left field. And Brett Gardner is there and makes the catch for out #2. So quickly 2 up and 2 down for the future stars.
Yankees feel like Slade Heathcott. They got one of the top athletes in the draft last year. They think that he didn't go higher up in the draft because they were concerned with injuries and whatnot, but they found out that he was pretty healthy, gave him a physical, and were able to draft him in the first round and felt like they got a steal.
You know, all of these youngsters are subject to growth. You know, they're still pretty young. They get bigger and stronger, you know, working out. All of a sudden, you're signed as a 180-pounder, and you're in the big leagues as a 205-pounder.
That's right.
Here's Corbin Joseph, who struck out his first time, called out looking. Young man from Franklin, Tennessee. And takes a pitch low and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. I remember when I was in the minor leagues, I was joking that Ivan Nova used to be me at 6'4", 210. At least I'm still 6'4".
You're not 210 anymore?
No, those days are long since gone. Too many Thanksgiving dinners since then. 3 balls and no strikes as Vasquez falls behind on the count. Let's see if Joseph is taken here. He does, and it's poured in there for a strike. 3-1.
Yeah, but you're right, Kenny. What happens to these kids is they get drafted out of high school where they're used to going to class and then playing ball afterwards and always having class in college, whatever it may be. But once you get to the minor league system with the Yankees or somewhere else, your whole regimen just changes. You start lifting weights every day. In the offseason, they make you lift weights. They make you run. There's a big conditioning program that you're involved in, and you become a baseball player year-round. And all of a sudden, you grow and develop into a bigger, stronger player and more mature.
Well, of course, the development people, their job is to try and turn you into a Major League Baseball player, whether it's with the Yankees or you become valuable enough for another organization to trade for you. And the Yankees could get something of value. Vasquez has fought back now. The count is 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. breaking ball. He'll throw anything, anytime, and it's fouled off.
That's what you love about Javier Vasquez. He has the confidence to do that. And as a hitter, usually 3-2, you're looking for a fastball. You're almost 80% sure you're probably going to get a fastball, looking to drive it with nobody on base, but not with Vasquez. He'll throw you that changeup or anything at any time.
Fouled off, trying to heat him up inside, and he fouled it back. I like Joseph's swing, too. He's got a nice swing.
You like these guys that just fight up. They fight up there against the 3-2. Fought off a couple of good pitches right there, and keeps us as that bat alive.
Once again, the payoff pitch, and it is low for ball 4, and that is the first walk handed out by Javier Vasquez. So a 2-out base on balls will bring up Jesus Montero, who ripped the double to the gap his first time up. He got on top of a high fastball out over the plate.
Jesus Montero is major league ready. He's ready to play in the big leagues as a hitter. The Yankees are just trying to find a place for him to play. Send him back to AAA, let him develop as a catcher and work on his defensive skills, but he's a major league hitter.
That is upstairs for a ball. Now, he's never played AAA ball, so that there is room for development there. You know, sometimes when you've had players play AAA and they can't quite break the ceiling into the major leagues, they start getting a little impatient.
You have Butch Weiniger, the former Yankee catcher, is a hitting coach over in AAA for the Yankees, and I'm sure he'll work a lot with Jesus Montero on his defensive skills and really try to speed up his process on the defensive end to get him to the big leagues sooner.
Now, the word is that Butch Weiniger, and you mentioned his name, a former major league catcher with the Yankees and Minnesota Twins, that he throws the best batting practice in the Yankee organization.
He sure does.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it, and when the guys stay behind on the backfields and not traveling, and a few coaches stay back, all the stars, Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, Jorge Posada, they're all requesting Butch Weiniger, and Butch knows he's in for a 20-30 minute session, and he loves it because the players love hitting off him.
Do you ever throw BP? I've done it. And you get a good workout just throwing, trying strike after strike. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do it years ago.
Yeah, I do it once in a while. It is a good workout.
Ball is popped up, and this is over near third base. Looks like Alex Rodriguez has the call, and he's got the ball, and that's going to do it for the future Stars here in the third inning. They leave a runner at the end of 2.5. The Yankees still have the lead, and it's 3-0.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Come out to Yankee Stadium in 2010 to see the 27-time world champion New York Yankees in action. Don't miss Magnetic Schedule Night on Friday, April 16th, when the Yankees take on the Rangers. All fans in attendance will receive a 2010 Yankees Magnetic Schedule, courtesy of AT&T. In 2010, come home to Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.
Leadership isn't given, it's earned. Now Ford quality is unsurpassed by Honda and Toyota. And more people are realizing why Ford Edge is raising the bar. Now, during our leadership sales drive, you can get 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back. That's both 0% and $2,000 cash. Plus, drive past gas stations faster with 265 horsepower and 25 miles per gallon. Or you can lease for only $259 a month. Ford Edge, unbelievable quality, incredible deal at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
It's time for
Welcome back. These three television providers claim to have the most HD channels. Judges, who will you believe?
Pass. We have the most HD channels. If you count our part-time HD channels. We have over 130 channels, all HD, all the time. All the time. All the time.
Judges?
If this were to tell a lie, I'd be crushing you.
Now that you've got the truth, get DirecTV. Stay tuned.
Well, this is what you've been waiting for. Tomorrow night, the Yankees open the regular season against the Red Sox, and yes, has exclusive coverage. It all starts at 7 with a special 1-hour pregame. Then Michael Kay, Al Leiter, and I bring you the action from Fenway Park. Yankees-Red Sox opening night tomorrow starting at 7, exclusively on Yes. Can't wait.
Looking forward to it myself. Sitting.
Tino, looks like pretty. Both teams coming out with some big gun pitchers. ZC against Josh Beckett, A.J. Burnett against John Lester, and Andy Pettitte against John Lackey.
Wow. Looking at that lineup there, you have a chance for some pitchers duels, But also in Fenway Park, you never know. There's some great hitters in these lineups, and could be some runs scored as well.
Those 6 pitchers is going to go a long way in determining who wins the Eastern Division this year. Here's Jorge Posada, who reached on catcher's interference. Montero charged with an error, and Posada eventually came around to score. Jorge has been bothered by a stiff neck, but he's in there today. And he hits one in the air to left field, hits it pretty well. Going back is Colin Curtis. This one is over his head. The ball takes one hop off the wall, and Posada will jog into second with a 2-base hit. He'd like to hit that tomorrow night at Fenway Park. That's going to be maybe a double, maybe a single.
Could be a single.
Oh, yeah.
Hits that wall in Fenway, and one hops left fielder and stops a lot of guys at first base. That's a great swing there by Jorge. Fastball away right here, stays right on it, just shoots it out to left field. That ball was hit very well, and good sign for Jorge, because when you have a stiff neck, one of the things that hurts is when you're standing in the box and your body's turning, your neck is facing one way. So that's a good sign.
It might help you keep your head in there, though. You can't turn out quite as quickly.
See Jorge stay back there and just drive the ball the other way.
Posada finished at 371 in spring training, and we've got a pinch runner now for Jorge. Austin Romine is now at second. Another top Yankee catching prospect. So Posada gives way to the youngster. And it brings up Mark Teixeira, who drew a walk and scored in the first inning, and takes ball 1 from Nova. Next pitch, a little high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Mark having a lot of fun this spring, his second year of the Yankees after so much success last year. He's just nice and relaxed, came in, worked hard, and he's just having a great time in spring training and looking forward to getting going.
Broken bat, he's going to have to get a new piece of lumber. That's a foul ball, and it's 2-1. Finished second in the MVP voting. Teixeira in his first year with the Yankees, despite a slow start, again to come on in May and just continue to hit throughout the remainder of the season. 122 runs batted in, led the American League. Not to mention his 39 home runs.
And his solid defense. He really solidified that infield defense and played outstanding.
Ball is hit into center field. It's going to be a base hit. Romine's being waved home. Here comes Heathcott's throw to the plate, and it is cut off. And the Yankees lead 4-0. So Teixeira will give way to a pinch runner after driving in a run.
Good swing by Mark right there, staying right on it.
Heathcott showing a pretty strong arm. It's cut off. And here's Romine. Got a good read on that ball, Tino.
Yes, he did. Runs pretty well for a catcher.
I love it when they say that. The only one who doesn't like that, don't say that when Flaherty's in the booth with you.
He'll be texting us here shortly.
Here's Alex Rodriguez. We got a pinch runner at first base for Mark Teixeira as A-Rod fouls a pitch off.
Same could be said for a first baseman. I'm sure they say that about first baseman as well.
PJ Pilatera is at first base. He takes over for Teixeira, who finishes up in spring training with a base hit and a run batted in. A-Rod struck out swinging his first time up. He gets his first look at Nova here. And the fastball misses inside. A-Rod fully healthy this season going into the start of the season. Last year had to deal with a lot of issues.
Still had an outstanding season. Put up some big numbers for coming back from that surgery and late start in the season. And he's been another guy that's been so relaxed in spring training this year that there's no telling what kind of numbers he could put up this year if he stays healthy and starts off with a quick start.
He had to deal with the steroid issues last year too, and that certainly wasn't a relaxing situation, but he seemed to get over it. There's a line drive, and that's into left center field for a base hit. Pilatera is going to stop at second, and Alex Rodriguez singles. So 3 consecutive hits for the Yankees here in the third inning against Nova. And A-Rod's spring is done. The next time he tees it up, it'll be for real. And we'll try and catch up as who's running for him. It looks like Kevin Russo. So Russo is now running for Alex Rodriguez. Here's Robinson Cano, had a double and 2 runs batted in the first inning. He's got 2 runners on here in the third. Look out, a little low and inside, ball 1.
Robinson's had a great spring, hitting left-handed pitchers and right-handed pitchers, and one thing he's done well this spring is gone the other way. He's done that. I must have seen him hit 5, 6, 7 doubles to left field this spring alone.
Ground ball through the left side and into left field for a base hit. And ball has gotten in quickly. The bases are going to be loaded as Cano comes through with the runners in scoring position. Can only chase him to third base. So Piliteri moves to third. Russo moves to second. Cano's at first. And he too finishes spring training with a base hit. 4 consecutive Yankees finished their spring training with hits. Regi Corona is running at first base for Cano. And that'll bring up Nick Swisher. This is prime time for a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. Swisher had a sac fly and a run batted in. He drove a ball deep to left center field, run down by Heathcott in center. Breaking ball, drops in for a call strike. One thing that's going to make you a big league pitcher, if you can get all your pitches over when you're in trouble.
First pitch curveball, you saw that right there, just trying to get ahead in the count. See if you can get a ground ball right here from Swish.
Fastball, he tried to clip the inside corner but missed, and it's a ball and a strike. A little giddy up on that one.
Ivan Nova's shown some pretty good poise out there for a 23-year-old in this situation, facing these big league hitters. I know he's getting hit a little bit, but he's still throwing strikes, working in the zone.
Ball is hit center field. Heathcott is there. He's going to make the catch. Piliteri tags at third, and he's going to score. So for the second consecutive at-bat, Nick Swisher delivers a sacrifice fly, and it's now 5-0 Yankees.
Ivan Nova going back to another breaking ball there after getting ahead of strike 1, and Nick Swisher does a great job staying back on the breaking ball and making sure he at least got a sac fly out of it. Stay right on the ball. Good job getting the ball in the outfield for a sac fly. That's the only thing you want to make sure you do with the bases loaded is you want to stay out of double play. Just try to drive one to the outfield. Hopefully you hit a double or hit one in the gap somewhere, but at worst you get that sac fly and get another run in.
Here's Granderson with an out, 2 men on, and he'll take a pitch for a call strike. I think you were talking about Nick Swisher's at bats, how they're more quiet this year. He and Kevin Long have not as much movement, and he seems to be much more of a relaxed player.
He sure does from both sides of the plate, and his at bats have been very good. He hasn't struck out a lot, and he's doing his usual, going 3-2, a lot of counts, which is great.
In the air to left center, Heathcott showing some speed and some range as he makes the catch for out number 2. So Granderson now 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center field.
You saw last year, you saw Nick Swisher, he kind of like really get geared up when he's at the plate, like, just jumping back, getting cranked up for that pitch, then he just quiet down. Now you just see him up there standing nice and quiet and letting that ball travel. I think he's seeing the ball a lot better, and his approach, his swing, and his stride is a lot shorter, so you should see a lot more contact out of him, and hopefully his average will go up this year.
And he always has a pretty good on-base percentage because he walks so much. Here's Randy Wynn, and Wynn takes one just a little bit high for ball 1. Wynn grounded out to first his first time. Ground ball to the shortstop Nunez. He has it, flips to Adams for the force, and that's going to do it for the Yankees here in the third inning. But they pick up a couple of runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 runners against Ivan Nova, and they lead 5-0 at the end of 3.
On January 12th, a massive earthquake ravaged Haiti's capital. but there's still so much to do. Please join the Clinton Bush Haiti Fund and other organizations as we answer the call to help Haiti build back better. Thank you.
NBA League Pass on DirecTV turns your living room into your own home court. Subscribe now and watch up to 40 games a week, up to 20 in brilliant high definition. Follow your favorite team no matter where you live. Tune in and catch the top players and the high definition NBA action delivered straight to your home. NBA League Pass is the ultimate NBA television experience. Get NBA League Pass Race to the Playoffs package from DirecTV now for the lowest price of the season, just $49. To order, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/NBA.
For 500 years, Koreans have been practicing a unique heat therapy. This historical therapy was revealed by the 12 different types of saunas to release your daily fatigues and to restore yourself. Refresh your body and mind with the heat of a 500-year-old tradition. King Spa and Fitness.
There are over 358 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. But not all water is created equal. Only 1/1000th of 1% is filtered naturally beneath the Earth, with a distinct balance of minerals, and emerges crisp and refreshing enough to be called Poland Spring. Poland Spring 100% natural spring water, born better.
Today's game on Yes is brought to you in part by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. On our Audi scoreboard, it's the Yankees 5 and the Future Stars nothing. You had a brief look at the crowd here today, and I think it's a testament to Yankee fans. I mean, they're out here in force. You see not only the Yankees for the last time, but maybe seeing some of these future stars for the first time.
Yankee fans are amazing. This is probably one of the few organizations that can have a spring training game like this and have a sellout.
There's the Yankees on defense now as they've changed things up here. Gardner, Golson, and Wynn in the outfield. Russo, Pena, Corona in the infield. Pilateri at first. Romine. Austin Romine now doing the catching. Here's David Adams. And he hits a little looper off the end of the bat, and it's going to drop into right field for a base hit. So David Adams has his first hit. He's 1 for 2. It'll look like a line drive in the paper tomorrow. But he's kind of laughing, but you don't see many hitters giving those back.
No, he's calling home tonight, calling his parents, all his buddies, and telling me he faced Javier Vasquez, and he just a shot. One hopper to Randy Wynn in right field. That's what I would do.
You know what, though, Tino? Now that these games are televised just about anywhere, you got to have video proof. They'll find it. Here's J.R. Murphy, the designated hitter.
I'll just tell him it was a little distorted, that you really couldn't tell how hard I hit it.
Speaking of games going everywhere, how about this? For the first time ever, Major League Baseball season opener will be televised live across China. So that's tomorrow night. Here's a pitch that's a ball. It has the opportunity to reach over 300 million fans in China. So that'll be the Yankees and the Red Sox tomorrow.
I wonder what time that game would be televised in China.
Well, you got to figure that pitch is low for ball 2-1. The Yankees regularly used to show the games over Japan when Hideki Matsui was here, so they were, I think, 12 hours or so ahead, maybe 13. So it's got to be somewhere in that range.
Those people love the game. They'll watch it too, no matter what time it's on.
Ball is popped up. Coming back is Romine, but he's going to run out of room. It's back on the screen. So 300, the possibility that 300 million fans could watch that game in China. With the Red Sox, Josh Beckett and CC Sabathia. The Yankees and the Red Sox. 12-hour difference. So
12 hours.
It'll be 8 o'clock in the morning.
Perfect.
On Monday.
Wake up in the morning before you go to work, catch a few innings.
Or be late to work.
I'm sure most of them will probably skip work.
Yeah. Nice stop by Austin Romine. This young man can catch. Good receiver of the baseball.
He is one of their top defensive rated catchers in the minor leagues. Nice block right here by Austin Romine, keeping the ball right in front of him. Obviously that one hits the glove and stays in front. They talk about his defense, what a defensive great player he is, but not a bad offensive player either. Won the Florida State League MVP award last season.
Now last year the World Series was telecast in China for the first time. Runner goes. The pitch is hit in the right field. Coming on is Wynn. He's going to have to play it on the hop. Now the runner, Adams, fell rounding second. He was on his way to third, but he scrambles to get back to second base safely. Ooh, hit and run played by the future Stars, and they have runners at first and second here.
Both both David Adams and Murphy here stay inside the ball, hitting the right side, and nice swing right here, keeping the ball, trying to shoot that hole that was open on the right side, and there you see Adams go down, trying to be a little over aggressive, thinking about going to third base.
Well, he almost got picked off at second as Pena dropped the tag on him. So 2 on, nobody out. Here's Colin Curtis, who flied out to left field his first time up. Javier Vasquez working out of a jam here, at least trying to do so. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
Seems to be a little taking his time with Austin Romine behind the plate there, a little out of sync. Went from Jorge Posada to Austin Romine, and from one inning to the next.
There's another pitch out of the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes. So baseball is worldwide viewership. Ball is fouled back, 2-1. And you notice that the players populate major league rosters from all over the world.
See Colin Curtis hitting here. He's probably scheduled to go to AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre this year. And the minor league teams will break tomorrow as well. They'll finish today up. Tomorrow morning head out to their respective minor league organizations.
Ground ball to first. Piliteri has it, turns, drops the ball, now flips to Vasquez covering for the out at first, and the runners are going to move up. It appeared he was going to try and go for the 3-6-3, but got the easy out at first base.
Piliteri, one of the Yankee minor league catchers, throwing him in at first base here to spell Mark Teixeira. Thought about going for a double play there, and nice and calmly regathers himself and pitches over to Vasquez for the easy out.
Instead of a double play, got a double dribble. Now, he had mentioned early in spring training that he hadn't played first base before. He's a catcher. A lot of catchers in the Yankee organization. Swung on and missed by Bradley Suttle. Suttle flied out to right field. This is the young man out of University of Texas.
One thing you notice about a lot of these minor leaguers, we talked about earlier, the game plan they have, a lot of them have nice short and compact swings, and they all stay within themselves and try to use the whole field.
Vasquez hits the outside corner, 0-2.
PJ Piliteri, hasn't played first base, but it's an opportunity for him to get out there and get some at-bats in, which is the most important thing in spring training. If you're not going to be able to play defense that day, at least you get some at-bats in somehow or another, and you learn a new position in the process.
Breaking ball, low chopper over the mound. Going to be a tough play for Pena. And he doesn't get the ball. Actually, it's Reggie Corona who comes up with it. It's going to be an infield single and a run scored. So Suttle gets himself a base hit. I thought that looked like Pena was able to glove it, but he couldn't get to it.
No play here at all. Either one of them would have made the play here. They wouldn't have had a shot. Nice job by Corona, just keeping it on the infield and keeping that next runner on third base.
Who has the ball? It's actually Corona. So first and third with 1 out, and the future Stars are on the scoreboard. It's now a 5-1 game. That'll bring up Eduardo Nunez, the shortstop, who was called out on strikes in the second inning. And he wails at a breaking ball for strike 1. Now, Tina, were you always a first baseman?
Always a first baseman. When I got to the Seattle Mariners organization, I came up as a first baseman. they threw me there. Alvin Davis was the big league first baseman at the time, and he was getting towards the end of his career, so they wanted to develop myself or someone to come up and take that job.
Line drive, left field, base hit. This is going to score another run as Murphy's going to score from third. And Eduardo Nunez drives in a run. It's now a 5-2 ball game. That is the fourth hit of the inning for the future Stars.
Nice job by Nunez right here, staying on a little breaking ball down, driving right through it, getting that run in from third base.
You were talking about Alvin Davis. I think he was the first star of the Seattle Mariners organization. Was he Rookie of the Year? I think he was.
He was Rookie of the Year. He made the All-Star team a couple of times, and just a great guy. When I first got to camp as a rookie, an invitee to camp, wasn't going to make the team. He treated me so well and just taught me the way to go about the big league schedule and preparing myself. And he was always very helpful to me and an influence on me early on that I needed to really get me on track. And he was outstanding.
One strike to count to Melky Mesa. Hit in the air to center field. On the move is Greg Golson. He'll make the catch for the out number 2. Just when fans thought that Melky was gone, we've got another Melky in the Yankee organization.
But I was fortunate to come up with the Seattle Mariners back out of college because they were a struggling organization, and they were able to call guys up a lot faster because they needed help in the big leagues. So if you played well in the minor leagues your first couple of years, you had a shot to make the team. And I was fortunate to play just about 2.5 years in the minors and then get called up. Whereas if you come up with the New York Yankees, you're stuck behind quite a few All-Stars, and your progress to the big leagues is a little bit longer.
Here's Slade Heathcote for his third at bat. Heathcote takes a pitch in there for a call strike. He is single and fly to left field. If you thought the Mariners needed help, I was playing when they became an expansion team. They really needed help then. Pitch number 70 for Vasquez is a fastball over the inside corner. There's a call strike 0-2. But they were not good. They came in the same year the Toronto Blue Jays did.
Yeah, when I got drafted in 1988, the only guy I knew, I believe, was Alvin Davis on the team. I didn't know anybody else who played for the Mariners. And then Ken Griffey Jr. was the up-and-coming star. He wasn't quite in the big leagues yet, but when I got to camp there, I had to meet.
Was he 12 years old?
Pretty much. Yeah, Edgar Martinez was.
He wasn't there yet.
He wasn't quite there yet. He was just eventually going to start coming up. But when I got drafted by them in June, I had to go to the newspaper and just check out the lineup, see who was on the team.
2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on. A little roll to the right side for Pilateri. Has a nice high hop. Flips to Vasquez. Just ahead of Heathcote. That guy can run.
He sure can.
Well, they leave 2 runners on, but the future Stars score 2 runs here in the 4th inning. It's interesting. 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
I'm going to take Allison Jenkins to the senior prom in this.
One day, I'll park this in a spot reserved for me.
When you own a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, chances are they'll own it one day too, which is why it undergoes such a rigorous inspection to meet our uncompromising standards.
It's got 26,000 miles on it now, and I'm going to take it to 1,000 million.
Hurry into your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for 1.99% financing during our certified pre-owned sales event through April 30th.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger up full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
It's time for
Welcome back. These 3 television providers claim to have the most HD channels. Judges, who will you believe?
Pass. We have the most HD channels. If you count our part-time HD channels. We have over 130 channels, all HD, all the time. All the time.
Judges?
If this were to tell a lie, I'd be crushing you.
Now that you've got the truth, get DirecTV. Stay tuned.
I'm Michael Kay, the host of Center Stage. Center Stage is a journey through people's lives trying to find out how they got to the point of their success. You're going to really get to see the person who's interviewed the real story. Watch Center Stage only on Yes.
On our Audi scoreboard, it tells you that the Yankees are leading their future stars by a score of 5-2. As we move to the bottom of the fourth inning, Gardner's going to lead it off. And the first pitch to Gardner from Nova, who's still in there, is ripped by the third baseman Joseph and into left field. Gardner takes a big turn at first, but he's going to hold on with a single. Well, Brett Gardner's now 1 for 2.
We saw Brett Gardner yesterday ground out to second base and first base 2 or 3 times, and I think this is a swing he's working to look for right here. Fastball middle in, just stay behind it and shoot it to the other side of the field. And this one gets through the third base side there, but that's his game. Staying back on the ball, staying hands inside the ball, and hitting the ball up the middle of the way and staying away from the ground balls to the right side. Nice at bat there by Brett Gardner.
Marcus Thames is at the plate. And he is batting for Derek Jeter. There's a pitch in there for a called strike. Jeter was 1 for 2 to close it out. Thames with the Tigers last year. Now it's 13 home runs. Came in just over 200 at-bats. He spent the early part of the season on the DL with a strained muscle in his side. Gardner, good lead, not going. There's a pitch out to throw to first, and he gets back safely. Montero showing off his arm.
He knows he's out there. Brett Gardner's got the green light. It's on his own. He'll probably take a chance to steal a base here eventually.
Marcus Thames officially on the Yankees today. Remember, they signed him as a free agent in the offseason. He's got power against lefties. He's primarily his whole career, he's hit left-handers well, and not just well, but with power. And according to the Tiger coaches, he hits the top left-handers, not just the guys coming out of the bullpen. Those starting pitchers, guys like John Lester of Boston.
You look at the American League, it's loaded with top left-handed pitchers. Now you have Cliff Lee in here as well.
CC Sabathia when he was facing CC. Hook pounder foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Marcus Thames.
Sure, he'll play some left field, give Brett Gardner a day off against left-handed pitchers here and there, and possibly pinch hit, come off the bench, pinch hit off the lefties.
We had mentioned that Thames was in Jeter's spot. I think they've changed the rules around because Pena's in Jeter's spot and Pena's up next. So Thames is just getting in at bat here. Gardner's on the move. The pitch is popped up. Third baseman Caleb Joseph is there, and Corbin Joseph is there, makes the catch. Actually, his brother Caleb was drafted in 2008 by the Orioles. So his brother's in the Orioles organization and Corbin's in the Yankees organization. Meanwhile, Thames, batting 10th, popped up. And now it's back to the top of the order. No ruling on that.
No rules today.
Yeah, just
play. Who needs to hit?
At-bats. Now here's Ramiro Pena. He's batting in the leadoff spot. And he takes a pitch for a called strike. Pena took over for Derek Jeter. I know Thames wasn't playing shortstop.
Threw me off there. I thought my scorecard was wrong. The extra DH like softball.
Tina, you want to go up there and get in that bat?
Probably throw another fielder out there if we like.
Did you hear? You want to go out there and get that bat, Tino?
I would love to.
Yeah. No balls and 2 strikes on Pena.
Working with some of these minor league hitters over on the Heim side, minor league complex across the street. We'll have some camps over in.
Gardner's going. Pitches lined to the right field for a base hit. Gardner turns at second, heads for third. He'll make it standing up. First and third with 1 out. Ramiro Pena with a hit.
gone over to camp. They have a camp in October, late October, a 2-week camp for the minor leaguers, some prospects, and we'll go over there and work with them a little bit. And Reggie Jackson will come out. He'll come out for about 7 days. And when we're working with some of the kids on the field, hitting the ball off the tee and whatnot, Reggie will get a bat in his hand and start hitting and trying to demonstrate his technique for the young hitters. And it becomes kind of funny because I'm thinking, this guy here is just swinging for the fences and home runs his whole career. And he's trying to teach his kid to stay inside the ball and hit it the other way.
Reggie wasn't trying to stay inside the park when he was playing. Here's Romine. He fouls a pitch back, strike one.
There's a great picture in the Yankee clubhouse of Reggie swinging and missing, and his back knee is on the ground.
Yeah.
His body's all twisted up, and we used to joke with him saying, Reggie, what were you thinking right there?
I remember Reggie telling a story about they were talking about how high the grass was. I believe it was at the Old Tiger Stadium. Pitch is hit in the air and hit well by Romine. Deep right center field. Right fielder Mace is going to make the catch. Another sacrifice fly as Gardner's going to score from third. It's now a 6-2 ball game. Now, I might be wrong about the ballpark, but I know that at Old Tiger Stadium the grass was very high in the infield. And they were asking Reggie about it, and Reggie said, I want to go where the grass doesn't grow. He wasn't worried about the infield grass. So give Romine an RBI and a sacrifice fly to right field. And that was Reggie. He could drive in runs. Mr. Excitement.
I think he got too many ground ball hits through the infield at all.
Here's Pilateri. His first at bat of the afternoon. And believe me, Tino, he could hit him as far as anybody. Let's take a look back at Reggie in an Oakland uniform. Yeah, grass not growing up there.
I think he might be the guy who invented the pose at home plate. He's one of the first few guys that's a home run just stands there.
You know what? You see Reggie in 3 different uniforms, including Yankees and the Angels, but he actually played 1 year in Baltimore. And he was a teammate of mine. And Reggie played that 1 year, became a free agent. That was the first year of free agency. And he signed with the Yankees for, in those days, what was a big-time contract. Nowadays, just a pittance. Fouled off by Pilateri, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
So what kind of teammate was he? Was he pretty cool? Or was he,
Reggie was. He could be intense. He played hard. That's one thing I really liked about him. He loved to win, and played hard, and yeah, he was an intense teammate. I know the other players had respect for him on other teams because they knew that he was one of the better players in the game. And like I said, he could hit a ball as far as anybody. I remember one day he pinch hit against Terry Forrester, tough left-hander. Earl Weaver called him out of the dugout, and Reggie told me he was trying to hide because Forrester was tough. And the bases were loaded, and Reggie hit a grand slam in the upper deck at Old Comiskey, and I had a good look at it standing on third base. Ball is popped in the air to center field for Heathcock. He is there, makes the catch, and that's going to be the 3rd out here in the 4th inning. But the Yankees pick up another run. Yeah, Reggie, Hall of Famer. It is 6-2 Yankees.
Hey, this says Verizon Fios customers are switching back to cable.
That's what it says.
But that's not true. You know, you wouldn't have to do stuff like this if you had better customer satisfaction ratings.
Dude, if we had better ratings, we wouldn't need to do stuff like this.
That's my point.
That is my point.
It's the same point.
Get out of my brain.
With 4 times more very satisfied customers than Cablevision, it's no wonder over 98% of Verizon Fios customers stick with Fios. This is beyond cable. This is Fios.
Right now, all over New York, people are becoming shining examples of energy efficiency.
We fix the farm.
By changing all their old-fashioned light bulbs to Energy Star qualified CFLs that use less energy and last longer. Upload a video of your big change-out and you could be featured in our next TV commercial. You'll also win a free home performance assessment and free bulb makeovers for 10 of your neighbors. Upload your video at shiningexampleny.com.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup right here on Yes.
Yankees fans won't have to miss another game with live Yes Network games online wherever you go with Verizon Fios.
This one is gone.
Get a full season of live Yankees games for just $69.95. That's less than $1 a game. If you're a Verizon Fios TV customer with Fios Internet, just go to verizon.com/yes to subscribe now.
Fans, today after the game, the skipper is back for another season of WB Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show. Now, every week, go inside the mind of the manager as he breaks down the team's performance and looks ahead to the upcoming series. It's the season premiere of the Joe Girardi Show today after the game on Yes. Well, you don't have to wait for Joe. He's with us right now. Joe, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Nice to be here.
Nice to be here today, and you get a chance to, you know, I mentioned earlier that the organizational meetings are usually held in the front office. We'll tell you, you have one on the field.
Yeah, it's great to see all these young kids playing, you know, whether it's Corbin Joseph playing right here, and they really love the way he swings the bat.
And a fly ball, and it's run down by Golson in center field for out number 1.
We're getting to see Jesus Montero. I joked with him today, if there was a situation I could potentially walk him, I was going to do it today, just to see how he handled it mentally.
I tell you what, he really scorched that ball his first time up, that double to the gap in right center.
Yeah, when you watch him hit, you realize he's got power all ways. You know, it doesn't matter. He's not one of those guys that's going to hit home runs where it's just going to go to left field. He'll go center. He'll go right center. Very strong, and he looks very good. He's making improvements every day behind the plate.
First pitch is high, ball 1 on the Avis scoreboard. It is 6-2. Yankees leading the future Stars.
You know what I like about these kind of days, Kenny? You can't lose. I cannot lose a ball game today.
Then sit there with a smile on your face.
Yeah, because I'll go over and switch pants if the other team takes the lead.
We can make up our own rules. You can throw a guy in there like Marcus Timms to hit 10th.
Yeah, well, he's going to hit second again next inning, Tino.
Okay.
So I'm going to get his 2 at-bats this way. Instead of trying to, you know, keep him around, let him go get showered after this. You know how you want to get dressed on getaway day, Tino.
Yep, get something to eat.
That's right.
Go back in the clubhouse and get ready to get on that bus.
You guys talking about the spread?
That's all we think about during the game.
That was one line, Kenny, that I was usually first or second in all the time.
Here's Montero, who has doubled and popped up. Vasquez, Joe, today?
He's been pretty good. This will be his last hitter. He's right around 75 pitches today, so this will be it. He was going to have 1 hitter, but first pitch out, we let him go 1 more hitter, and then you're going to see Melanson. But, you know, happy with what he's done, happy with his spring, and looking forward to seeing him pitch for us this year.
Feel good with him in the number 4 spot?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a guy that eats innings, too, and he just really knows how to pitch.
Ball is popped up, and it will make the seat, so Montero's at bat will continue. You know, last postseason, Joe, you make it through the postseason primarily with 3 starting pitchers.
Yes.
And it hadn't been done since, I believe, 1991 by Minnesota.
Yes.
Now, how fortunate do you feel that you were able to actually get that done?
Well, I mean, we're really fortunate. And you look at the way the playoffs were for us last year, being able to pick that first series. CC threw on 3 days rest twice, and all our other guys only did it once. So I think we were really fortunate in that situation that we had the extra days off. Those extra days off are gone now. I don't think you're going to have that extra day in the ALCS. So, I mean, 4 starters are probably going to come into play.
Yeah, Commissioner Seelig had talked about tightening things up because there were too many days off, and I think Mike Scioscia, the manager of the Angels, was talking about that. Montero with a line, he went down and got that one, lined it over short for a base hit. Tino's talked about his hitting and raves about it.
Well, you know what they talk about? He always finds a way to put the barrel on the ball. And when you're able to do that, even if you're out in front and it doesn't look pretty, you're going to hit the ball pretty hard, especially how strong he is.
And this is a ball right here. It's probably down out of the zone. He just stays through, reaches for it, and you know, finds the barrel and hits pretty hard.
That's impressive.
That's hand-eye coordination I never enjoyed.
Well, we're going to enjoy you when we come back, Joe, as Montero's base hit has him at first base with 1 out. And we'll be back with more with the top of the 5th in just a moment. Stay with us.
Leadership isn't given, it's earned. Now Ford quality is unsurpassed by Honda and Toyota. And more people are realizing why Ford Edge is raising the bar. Now, during our leadership sales drive, you can get 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back. That's both 0% and $2,000 cash. Plus, drive past gas stations faster with 265 horsepower and 25 miles per gallon. Or you can lease for only $259 a month. Ford Edge, unbelievable quality, incredible deal at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
All Aw, come on, back it up. It's the third time this month. What happened this time?
Number one, ice is slippery. Number two, this thing wasn't calibrated before I drove it.
Yeah, same dasher board, same excuse.
Ask Mike Green. He was on the ice the whole time. Tell him, Mike.
Guys, he drove straight into it, and I'm pretty sure he yelled bullseye.
He's just kidding. We need a second opinion.
Hey. Hey. This says Verizon Fios customers are switching back to cable.
That's what it says.
But that's not true. You know, you wouldn't have to do stuff like this if you had better customer satisfaction ratings.
Dude, if we had better ratings, we wouldn't need to do stuff like this.
That's my point.
That is my point.
It's the same point.
Get out of my brain.
With 4 times more very satisfied customers than Cablevision, it's no wonder over 98% of Verizon Fios customers stick with Fios. This is beyond cable. This is Fios.
Here we are back at Steinbrenner Field. The Yankees leading their future stars by a score of 6-2. 1 out, runner at first. It's Jesus Montero, who is 2 for 3 with a double and a single. And Joe, it looks like this, we're talking to Joe Girardi, the Yankee manager, and Joe, looks like this young man can really hit. How about his catching skills? Are they coming along?
Well, we believe they are. I mean, he had a chance to be with us for about 5 weeks in spring training, and the improvement that I see from last spring to this spring is a lot. And he's going to get a chance to catch pretty much every day in AAA, and I think that will speed the process up.
Mark Melancon now in the ball game for the Yankees. He'll face David Adams, the second baseman, and his first pitch a little outside for ball 1.
Joe, speaking about catching, we saw Jorge Posada out there today looking really good. How's Francisco Cervelli doing?
He's okay. He's going to run tomorrow. You know, we expect him to be fine. It's been about 5 days, and you know, our plans are you know, George is going to catch on Sunday, and then you don't really need your second catcher for a while, so we're just going to go day by day to see how he is and how he physically feels. And I've told him, in a situation, if you're in the game, you know, early on in the beginning of the season, you know, you just got to be smart about your leg. And so, I mean, we've talked about it, but right now he has no pain. He has no discoloration in his leg. His strength is great. So I think he's going to be fine.
Are you worried about the youthful enthusiasm that he has? Ground ball towards the middle here.
Well, you can be. I mean, that's what you worry about, because Cervi plays, we all know, 100 miles an hour all the time.
Ball is knocked down by Corona. He cannot come up with it. We'll see how they scored. But the future stars have 2 men on with 1 out here in the 5th inning.
Well, here's another young man that was in last year's draft. I believe he was a 2nd-round pick.
Yep.
In the supplement. You know, him and Heathcott, both these guys playing today. We got one leading off for the Stars and one hitting 5th. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, these are young high school kids that are just out of high school, and they're performing at a high level already. So that, I mean, that's exciting.
That's going to go as an error to put 2 men on. Yeah, he's from nearby Bradenton. You're talking about J.R. Murphy, the hitter. 2009 2nd-round pick. He might have some of his friends and relatives up here today.
Oh, I'm sure he does. And he's another catcher. I mean, we have a lot of catching in this organization, and they love the way he swings the bat.
Are you glad you're not coming through as a catcher in the Yankee organization now, Joe?
Yeah, I'm really happy, because they got some guys that can really hit too. But it's interesting. When I was coming up in one instructional ball, I believe we had 6 catchers that played in the big leagues.
Wow. Who was in charge of development there? They did a great job.
It was Rick Rona, Hector Villanueva, Wilkins, trying to think who else. Kelly Mann was there, Damon Berryhill, and myself.
Damon Berryhill. Switch hitter.
Yes,
Yeah.
so 6 of us ended up making it to the big leagues.
You're all trying to take Jody Davis's job.
That's what we were all trying to do, be number 7. I mean, Rick Wilkins is a guy that hit 30 homers 1 year in the big leagues, and you know, it was quite an instructional ball when it came to catchers.
It was back in the day when Joe was trying to be an everyday fixture on WGN.
Yes.
With the Cubs.
We were talking about that earlier, Joe. I was fortunate to come up with the Seattle Mariners, whose first baseman Alvin Davis was on his way out, and they really needed a first baseman up quickly, so it really helped my progress and my speed through the minor league system.
Well, Tino, it just shows how smart you are. You know which team to sign with.
Yep. If I'd have signed with the Yankees that year, the same year, it took me 2.5 years to get the big leagues. With the Yankees, I would have probably been in the minor leagues for 6 full years and then become a free agent, because Don Mattingly was there and they had quite a few prospects as well. So that's just how things work out.
Yeah, a lot of times it's timing where you're drafted. I mean, you think about some of these young kids, if you're playing third base or first base here, I mean, it could be tough.
Colin Curtis hits one in the air, and this is going to be over the head of Golson, and it takes one hop over the wall. And it's going to be a ground rule double. One run's going to score as Montero will cross home plate, and it's now a 6-4 ball game. Well, Colin Curtis has had some pretty good days over here in big league camp.
I tell you what, he has really opened our eyes, and for him, it really started in the Arizona Fall League. He had a decent year in AA, moved up to AAA, and he went to the Fall League and tore it up. And it's like all of a sudden he figured it out. It clicked for him. I mean, he hit some balls really hard in spring training. A 3-run homer, I remember, into the right field bleachers here. Some loud noises with his bat, and you know, you look at him hit that ball and you think, okay, that's going to be an out. And he uses his lower half well, and it just kept going and going.
Here's Bradley Suttles, the first baseman. Another youngster hits this one well in left field. This is going to chase back Neil Medchill, and he can't get it. This is over his head. Another run's going to score. And these future stars are starting to swing the bat.
Yeah, and they got to be thrilled over there with their approach, you know, being willing to drive the ball the other way. I know, Tino, you know, sometimes you can get pulled when you're in Yankee Stadium, but I mean, this is the right approach for these kids. And then it seems like for young kids, pulling the ball comes later in their career. And you don't want, you know, I don't really worry about if a kid's got power and he's not pulling the ball yet and he's a young player, because it will happen.
It's now 6-5.
And playing in a game like this here in the stadium, you'd think they might want to pull the ball and get over anxious and try to jerk one out of here. But you're right, they're staying within themselves and hitting the ball the other way hard, and they're having some great at-bats out there.
Yes.
Joe, I'm interested in getting your thoughts on the crowd here today. I mean, just look around.
I think it's great. I mean, we have such great support. I mean, you're really spoiled being a Yankee, because sometimes you don't get the support. And even when we go on the road, it's so great because you feel like the ballparks are really half and half. Half Yankee fans and half of whoever we're playing. It's a great feeling.
Well, that's out of the window tomorrow night, though.
Yeah, well,
probably the only place.
There will be some Yankee fans there, I'm sure. Though.
Yeah, but they'll be in a distinct minority at Fenway Park. They don't give their tickets away, those Red Sox fans.
You love it, especially when you go into a ballpark, say Baltimore, where a team has been struggling over the years, and it's not sold out. The Yankees come to town, and you know you're coming in, and it's sold out. You know, half the Yankees fans are there, but it's a great feeling.
You know, one more hit here, and I might go put on my gray unit.
Well, this is Nunez. He has a hit and a run batted in today. He's another good prospect.
Yes, he is. A shortstop with a lot of talent, a lot of upside, very strong arm. I think it's a kid that's eventually going to hit for some power because I think he's strong.
He's going to fill out?
Yeah, I do.
We were talking about how these youngsters are signed, and we've got some who were just signed last year in this game, that all of a sudden, you know, one year you're 6'2", maybe 180, then you come back 6'2", 205 a couple years later. There's call strike 3. Melanson picks up the final out here. Joe, we want to thank you for being with us all spring long. Very kind of you to join in on our telecast.
Thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Tina. We'll see you
Joe.
soon.
Good luck this year.
Thank you.
The end of 4.5. It's now a 6-5 Yankee lead over the Yankee Future Stars.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger up full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
So did you hear? Sully got Salesman of the Year.
Yeah, that and $1 gets you a cup of coffee. Premium roast coffee. Or a breakfast burrito. Or a piping hot sausage McMuffin. Or hash browns.
Good for Sully.
Introducing McDonald's new $1 menu at breakfast. Try a sausage McMuffin, premium roast coffee, or any of these morning favorites for just $1 each every day. And you'll see why nobody makes breakfast like McDonald's.
You guys hear about Sully?
You hear about Sully?
Honda Accord and Toyota Camry stand behind their powertrain for up to 60,000 miles. Chevy Malibu stands behind theirs for up to 100,000 miles, which makes it pretty clear who's standing out front. The Consumer's Digest Best Buy 2 years running. Chevy Malibu. Compare it to anyone, and may the best car win.
Qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on this 2010 Malibu LS for around $199 a month. Call for details. Call 877-64-CHEVY.
The Sunday Daily News is celebrating modern Yankee heroes with great commemorative magazines. Each Sunday, get a big, full-color magazine of a Yankee hero, packed with extraordinary action shots, career highlights, and stats, plus a player poster. This Sunday, get A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. Yours free only in the Sunday Daily News.
On the Ava scoreboard in the bottom of the fifth inning, the Yankees leading their future stars 6-5. Kevin Russo is going to lead it off. Russo went into pinch run for Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod was 1 for 2 while he was in there. Had a solid single, close out spring training. Russo's had a good spring. Hits one hard. A great stop by the first baseman, Subtle. So Subtle with more than a subtle move over at first.
Nice play right here. Subtle. Diving his right.
I tell you, I've been impressed with his ability to swing the bat. Marcus Thames going to get another at bat here. Joe Girardi had told us that Thames is going to get his 2 at bats this way. And he drives one to deep left field. Going back is Colin Curtis, and this one is gone. A home run for Marcus Thames, and it's now 7-5 Yankees. Looked like he hit that with one hand.
Yep, he sure did. That's how you want to leave spring training right there. Nice home run, and to go right into the shower. Put your suit on and get ready to go. Nice game plan there by Joe Girardi, wanting to get him in there in that bat and get him right out.
Take a shower, go get on the bus.
Like a breaking ball right here down the zone, and Marcus just stayed right on it, drove through it.
Quick stroke.
Yep, and it sounded loud.
Gave it the one-hand salute. It kind of screws up your scorecard, but that'll still count as a run. Here's Reggie Corona. His first at bat. Took over for Robinson Cano. Cano closed it out in style with a double and a single and 2 runs batted in. Bouncing ball to the right side. Tough play, and it's going to be a foul ball.
Yankee hitting coach Kevin Long likes to have 4 or 5 guys at least swing the bat well at a time, but leaving spring training this year, it seems to be like 7 or 8, 9 guys in the lineup are all swinging the bat well heading into the season.
You know, when you go into Fenway Park, which is considered a hitter's park, at least I thought it was, even as a left-handed hitter, you always knew if you just waited on a ball and drove it to the opposite field, you could drive one off that wall with ease. I think that's what made Wade Boggs a Hall of Famer. Corona, a little chopper. Right back to Nova. Plenty of time. Throws on the first for the out. Out number 2. Fans, this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So Corona's down. You would think as many times as I've read that, be able to get it out. Their pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. This is Kevin Smith, who is hitting for Nick Swisher. That is low and inside for a ball. Now, Swisher did not get an official at bat today, but he did get 2 official runs batted in on sacrifice flies.
Yep, 2 good at bats. Drove the ball real deep to center field, 1 at bat for an RBI, then left center for a second one. So although he didn't get any hits, 2 good at bats to leave spring training with a good positive mental attitude going into the season.
That pitch was on the corner, knee high on the outside corner to Smith. And there's 2 balls and a strike. Ball's hit in the air to left field. Curtis is there and makes the catch. As the Yankees are retired here in the 5th inning, but they do get 1 run on the home run by Marcus Thames. It's now 7-5 Yankees.
On January 12th, a massive earthquake ravaged Haiti's capital, but there's still so much to do. Please join the Clinton Bush Haiti Fund and other organizations as we answer the call to help Haiti build back better. Thank you.
When you fly to New York, don't wait in a taxi line. Simply call the 77s of Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service. We'll pick you up outside of baggage claim and take you to your destination in style. If you need more space, dial 7s for a minivan or limousine. We've got a bold new look, and we're the best ride in town. The 7/7s of Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service. 777-7777.
We're Big Bucks Auto. You've seen us on TV. You've heard us on the radio. We pay top dollar for thousands of vehicles, and we're still buying stronger than ever.
Don't spend your hard-earned money on costly ads that just don't work. Then have psychos coming to your home.
No more bait-and-switch trade-ins and not knowing what you're really getting for your car.
Drive in for your free cash appraisal. We'll make you an offer and give you big bucks on the spot.
Even if it's leased or financed. Call us today at Big Bucks Auto. 888-44-BUCKS.
And Posada downswing.
Yeah. Georgie, it's for you.
Hello? Didn't I tell you to stop chasing that high stuff?
Dad?
And open up your stands. They're jamming you inside.
You gotta love DirecTV. Georgie's dad never misses a pitch, all the way from Florida. And he gets the most games in HD.
Follow your favorite team no matter where you live with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV.
Hello? Dad?
Now the wait is finally over. Tomorrow night, the Yankees open their regular season against the Boston Red Sox, and yes, has exclusive coverage. It all starts at 7 with a special 1-hour pregame. Then Michael Kay, Al Leiter, and I bring you all the action from Fenway Park. Yankees Red Sox opening night tomorrow, starting at 7, exclusively on Yes. And the Red Sox, of course, one of the favorites in the Eastern Division. You look at their projected lineup. And this might be the lineup that CC Sabathia faces tomorrow night. Ellsbury, Pedroia, Martinez, Youkilis, Ortiz, Beltre, Drew, Cameron, and Scudero. Very impressive lot they are, the Boston Red Sox. New pitcher is Noel Castillo. And Melky Mesa leans back and fouls it back for strike one. On our Ford scoreboard, it's 7-5. Yankees over the future stars.
You have Beltre, Scudero. Get some new guys there. Mike Cameron going to get their first taste of the Yankees-Red Sox series in Fenway Park to open the season, and that'll be something they never experienced before. They've been to Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, as opposing players on an opposite team besides the Yankees or Red Sox, so they're in for a real treat, even though it's just opening day.
All three of those players good defenders. Pitch is a call strike, and I think it's one thing the Red Sox try to do. I heard Terry Francona on an interview, the Red Sox managers, say they didn't catch the ball as well as they would have liked last year. So they went out and got some defensive strength. Pitch is low. 2-2.
Short of defense, they added John Lackey to the rotation. You don't catch the ball, you're in trouble. Your pitcher has to throw a lot more pitches. He's out there longer. He's probably out of the game in 5 innings instead of 7 innings. So a good defense behind you definitely makes a big difference.
Mesa lifts a fly ball to fairly deep left field. Going back is Medchill, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. That was to the middle of the warning track. Remember, we mentioned that Mesa hit 20 home runs last year in A-ball.
A pretty good aggressive hack. Attacks the ball well, and see why he has 20 home runs. Talking about young players hitting 20 home runs, one of his first years out in the minor leagues, so you can imagine when he develops and becomes a little more mature, that 20 will turn into 25, 28, 30.
Here's Heathcott, who takes a pitch on the corner. I thought it was a little outside, but it's called a strike by Travis Carlson, and he's the one that counts. 1 for 3 for Heathcott. Strike 2 call.
Noel Castillo with a good fastball, kind of short arms the ball, whips it in there, and hear that mitt popping.
See if he's got a breaking ball here. Yeah, like a two-seamer, changeup. Well, it's our first look at a lot of these youngsters, and they got some talent out there on the field. Whew, that was just some fire right there, and struck him out. Castillo picks up his first strikeout. Got a whip-like action to his pitching arm.
Sure does. The ball tails a little bit. It's kind of a short arm there. Just snaps it in there.
Man.
Good zip on it.
Heathcott with the swing, and those are the type you just hope to spoil. Foul it off. So 2 up and 2 down against Noel Castillo to bring up Corbin Joseph, the third baseman, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. He's got that outside corner dialed in right now.
Good command of his fastball.
And Austin Romine is staying with it, the catcher. Let's see if they go back out there again. Nope, comes in with a broken bat, bad hop, handled by Pelletier at first, steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. He looks like a first baseman, Tino.
Nice play right there on a bad hop.
At the end of 5.5, it's 7-5 Yankees.
It's time for
Welcome back. These three television providers claim to have the most HD channels. Judges, who will you believe?
Pass.
We have the most HD channels. If you count our part-time HD channels. We have over 130 channels, all HD, all the time. All the time. All the time.
Judges?
If this were to tell a lie, I'd be crushing you.
Now that you've got the truth, get DirecTV. Stay tuned.
Cano, Gardner, Chamberlain, and Hughes. Before they hoisted the World Series trophy in the Bronx, they starred for New Jersey's top minor league team, the Trenton Thunder. Just an hour from the Bronx, the Thunder offer the highest level of baseball in New Jersey. Don't miss the New York Yankees World Series trophy on opening night April 8th and our free all-you-can-eat feast on April 9th and 10th. Trenton Thunder Baseball. Fun happens here.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger up full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
Yankees, Red Sox, opening night exclusively on Yes tomorrow. The Yankees title defense begins in the biggest fashion possible against the Red Sox at Fenway. It's the 2010 season opener. Yankees, Red Sox, presented by DirecTV. Extended coverage starts tomorrow at 7, exclusively on Yes.
To the bottom of the sixth, we're rolling along on the Ford scoreboard. It's 7-5. The Yankees leading their future stars. Ivan Nova still in the ball game. He'll face Greg Golson, who will lead it off for the Yankees. Golson getting his first at bat. He took over in center field for Curtis Granderson. By the way, we were talking about the attendance today. 11,054, a sellout. And the first pitch is in there for a call strike to Golson.
These minor league guys are really excited about that. Not sure what to expect when they got here, if they would even draw anybody to come watch this game. So I'm sure the 11,000 people here, they're really thrilled about being out here with the big Yankees and getting a chance to show their skills.
Golson had been in big league camp earlier this spring. And he takes a breaking ball in for a strike. Nova's still in there and dealing. He should be in the rotation for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Beautiful part of Pennsylvania. And by the way, they get Yes there as well. Pitch is in there for call strike 3, and Golson is gone. One down here in the 6th. Here are the Yankee minor league affiliates. This is where a lot of these prospects will be this year. Scranton Wilkes-Barre, AAA. That's in the International League. Trenton in the Eastern League. That's AA Trenton. Charleston, A-ball in the South Atlantic League. Tampa right here in the Florida State League, in Staten Island. Pitches up high, ball 1 to Austin Crum.
And all those facilities are top-notch facilities. Charleston, nice, beautiful ballparks, 8,000-9,000 people a game. Trenton, 9,000-10,000 a game, all the way through the organization. Scranton, Wilkes-Barre.
Staten Island, beautiful ballpark. I've been there. They're, of course, they're in the New York Penn League. This is Austin Crum.
It's one thing the Yankees have, I believe, not a whole lot of organizations, if any at all, have these beautiful facilities in the minor leagues with weight rooms and trainers that they have that carry along with them to keep these guys in top shape. And the Yankees spare no expense at developing their minor leaguers and give them everything they need to become a major league ball player.
Crum started at Staten Island in 2007. It's been to Charleston, Tampa. Also played at Trenton last year. 2 stops, Tampa and Trenton, 2009. Young man from, makes his home in McGregor, Texas. There's a pitch low and inside, and it squirts all the way back to the screen. The count is full at 3-2. That's what he did last year at Trenton. Now, he was also here in Tampa. You know, one thing about the Florida State League, they always get to, these young players get to play in the parks that the big leaguers use in spring training. That pitch just missed the outside corner, and Nova deals the base on balls with 1 out.
They're pretty spoiled. I played AA ball in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and our clubhouse was like a wood shack. Just enough lockers for everybody, a couple of showers, and not much else. And AAA Calgary, same thing. I played beautiful ballpark in Calgary, Alberta. Our clubhouse, our locker rooms were in a trailer beyond the left field fence, and that's the route we went. That's all we knew of. But these days, these guys have unbelievable facilities.
High chopper off the bat of Neil Medchill. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to chase Crum to third. So Medchill picking on the first pitch he sees. He uses that hard dirt in front of home plate to pick up a base hit. And that's something he'll remember for a while. Medchill, former Cowboy out of Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah. They're good in all types of sports.
They are.
Here is Jose Pirello, a shortstop by trade. And he's going to get an at bat here. We saw him earlier this spring, and he pops one in the air to medium center field. The catch is made. Here comes the runner to plate. The throw is not in time. The ball gets away, and the Yankees have scored another run. It's now 8-5. Good hustle by Crum at third.
Outstanding job here setting up the throw, attacking the ball, getting under it with full speed, going into home plate, giving you a little bit of extra on the throw. Nice throw there, just a little bit of a short hop. And nice job by Melky Mesa there. Or Jesus Montero unable to pick the short hop.
Melky Mesa moved from right to center field. First pitch is ball 1 to Romine. Romine had a sacrifice fly and a run batted in the 4th inning. He took over for Jorge Posada. So the Yankees have actually scored a run in every inning but the second. Bouncing ball wide of third on the backhand. The shortstop Nunez throws a second. The ball's in the dirt and it gets away from Adams. The runner Medchill is going to head for third, and he'll make it safely. So all hands are going to be safe. See how they score that one. There's going to be an error on the shortstop on the throw.
Nice job getting the ball here. Backhands it. Tough throw. May not have had a chance with a good throw anyway, but.
So Romine will reach on the fielder's choice. And an error on the throw on the attempted force by Nunez, the shortstop. Here's Pelletier, who flied out to center field. It's 1 to third. They go for the force at second to end the inning, but the Yankees score another run here in the 6th. It's on to the 7th. It's Steinbrenner Field with the Yankees leading their future stars by a score of 8-5.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Come out to Yankee Stadium in 2010 to see the 27-time world champion New York Yankees in action. Don't miss calendar weekend on Saturday, April 17th and Sunday, April 18th when the Yankees play the Rangers. All fans in attendance at either game will receive a 2010 Yankees calendar, courtesy of Subway. In 2010, come home to Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.
Hey. Hey. This says Verizon Fios customers are switching back to cable.
Yeah, that's what it says.
But that's not true. No. You know, you wouldn't have to do stuff like this if you had better customer satisfaction ratings.
Dude, if we had better ratings, we wouldn't need to do stuff like this.
That's my point.
That is my point.
It's the same point.
Get out of my brain.
With 4 times more very satisfied customers than Cablevision, it's no wonder over 98% of Verizon Fios customers stick with Fios. This is beyond cable. This is Fios.
Want to know what it takes to be a leader? How about just being the best? Like Ford Escape. This SUV gets up to an unbelievable 28 miles per gallon. And during our leadership sales drive, you can get 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back. That's both 0% and $2,000 cash. Plus, Ford has quality that is unsurpassed by Honda and Toyota. And now you can lease for only $239 a month. Ford Escape. Less stops at the pump. More savings in your wallet. The leadership sales drive at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
The Sunday Daily News is celebrating modern Yankee heroes with great commemorative magazines. Each Sunday, get a big, full-color magazine of a Yankee hero, packed with extraordinary action shots, career highlights, and stats, plus a player poster. This Sunday, get A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. Yours free only in the Sunday Daily News.
Well, Yankee fans can't wait for the 2010 season to begin. Subscribe now to MLB.tv to see over 150 select spring training games, plus every regular season game live or on demand on your computer. For complete details, visit Yankees.com. Baseball everywhere. 7th inning. And Jesus Montero will get his 4th at bat of the game. He's facing Noel Castillo. And Montero, if there's been a hitting star for the future stars, it's been Montero. He is 2 for 3 with a run scored.
This should be a good matchup here. Castillo with a good live fastball, and Montero, good fastball hitter.
A little one-on-one right there. Foul back, strike 1.
Montero knew what to expect right there.
There's the breakdown on Jesus Montero, born in Venezuela, 1980. These guys are getting younger. No, it's me. I'm getting old. Signed by the Yankees, 2006, played in the 2009 All-Star Futures game. Best prospect in the Yankee system rated by Baseball America. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I used to hate that, Kenny. Late in my career when I was playing, and I would look at a young kid on the other team come to bat, and I'd look at his little bio on the Diamond Vision out there, and it would show.
Would show a fly ball to left field? No.
It showed his birthday, born in 1980, 1981. And I used to go, man. Just like you thought, Kenny. They're getting younger. I'm not getting older, but that, put things in perspective a little bit.
There's a fly ball to left field for 1 out. Now you've got kids going away to college now.
Kind of like it was time to go home.
Here's David Adams, the second baseman, who's 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Castillo. A little slow with a sinking fastball, and it's ball 1.
Castillo's good live fastball, good breaking ball through Montero. A couple breaking balls there, and he's working fast, keeping the defensive guys behind him on their toes.
Swing and a miss.
Love those pitchers that work fast when you're on defense, standing out there.
Does anybody, do you remember that was a particularly quick worker?
Well, guys I played with, David Wells actually worked pretty quick.
I was thinking him too, yeah.
Surprisingly. He worked fast, he threw strikes, he just went after hitters. David Cohn. Andy Pettit was pretty good.
Now on the other end of the spectrum, he had El Duque. It kind of took a while. he was effective, but it took him a while. Pitches foul back, and it's 2-2. I mean, it just took a while for him to get through his windup. But he could get people out.
He sure could.
You know what I thought about? He would walk 2 guys to get to the guy he thought he could get out.
Oh, yeah. He was smart. He would get the ball. When the hitter is up there, he would look on deck to see who was on deck.
Ball is lined over second. No, it's not. It's to the second baseman, Corona. That's out number 2.
He knew who he wanted to face, and if he had trouble with that guy at the plate, he had no problem pitching around him. He could be second and third, base open at first. He'll walk unintentionally just to get his matchup he wants.
This is Murphy, designated hitter. And that pitch is low for ball 1.
Kind of like the pitchers know, when you're struggling, when you're not swinging the bat well, and you're standing on deck there and there's a base open, and you have a guy like Bernie Williams sitting in front of you, you know that pitcher knows you're struggling, and he's just like peeking over you on the on-deck circle. I know you're over your last 20 right here, so you throw 3 balls to Bernie in the dirt for 4 balls, and you got to go up there and battle with a bad swing and bad mechanics.
J.R. Murphy takes a 2-0 pitch up high and away, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. I got the green light with 2 outs and nobody on it, fouled it straight back.
Good swing, good 3-0 swing right there. Got a ball down the middle, and good aggressive hack. Might see Castillo hump up a little bit more on this one though.
Did you like to get the green light 3-0?
I did. I mean, when I felt good, I would swing at it. If I didn't, I would just automatically take. Just depends how I was feeling at that time. And if I was going good and I got a ball I can drive, I'd swing at it. But for the most part, when I did get the green light, if I knew the guy might throw me a sinker or 2-seamer, I'm just taking regardless.
You know what? I think that shows that the manager has confidence in you that you are going well. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Murphy. And he fouls it back, and we'll do it all over again.
I kind of like that. I like the manager to have the confidence in you to just leave it up to you, basically. He's not telling you, I want you to swing here. He's saying, if you feel good, if you get a ball you can drive, take a rip at it. If not, take the walk.
3-2 pitch to J.R. Murphy, and he takes call, strike 3. So Castillo fights back from a 3-0 count to strike out Murphy and have his second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 6 1/2, it's 8-5. The Yankees leading the Future Stars.
It's time for
Welcome back. These 3 television providers claim to have the most HD channels. Judges, who will you believe?
Pass. We have the most HD channels. If you count our part-time HD channels. We have over 130 channels, all HD, all the time. All the time. All the time.
Judges?
If this were to tell a lie, I'd be crushing you.
Now that you've got the truth, get DirecTV. Stay tuned.
The Cadillac Laurel sales event, featuring the acclaimed CTS sports sedan, a car and driver 10 best for the 3rd year in a row. With a direct injection V6 engine. See your Cadillac dealer soon, because while there is no expiration date on achievement, on rewarding it, there is.
Qualified current lessees visit CadillacTristate.com.
I thought if you had an older home, there was no way you could reduce your energy costs.
Boy, was I wrong.
We had our house performance tested by a contractor certified by the Building Performance Institute.
We found a host of problems that could be corrected.
They showed us what it would cost
And how much we'd save this year.
and for years to come. We've reduced our energy use 45 to 50%.
And it's good for the environment.
How can you beat that?
For more true stories of how New Yorkers are saving energy, log on to getenergysmart.org.
Yes has your exclusive year-round pass on Yankees Magazine with the cover story.
This one's for the boss.
And the Bomber Bests.
Derek Jeter has tied the Iron Horse.
Join Nancy Newman as she hosts Yankees Magazine, only on Yes.
Today's game on Yes is brought to you in part by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly. By NYSERDA. Go to ShiningExampleNY.com to find out how you can be in one of our next TV commercials. And by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Here we are in the bottom of the 7th. The Yankees leading the Future Stars by a score of 8-5. Ivan Nova still in there and dealing. Ground ball. Shortstop Luis Nunez has it and throws him out. 1 down. Nunez taking over at short. Addison Maruzak is coming to the plate. As we're getting a look at just about all of the Yankee prospects today. Maruzak's first at bat. Jose Gil is now the catcher, taking over for Montero. There's a pitch for a called strike.
Addison Maruzak, another local kid from the area, St. Petersburg, Florida, and attended the University of South Florida right here in Tampa.
They've got they had Skip Holtz out here yesterday. He's the new football coach.
Skip came out throughout the first pitch yesterday. His dad, Lou, the legendary coach, was here as well with his wife in attendance. The program is on the rise over there, and Skip Holtz hopefully can take him to the next level.
Basketball teams on the rise in the Big East. And have they been pretty good in baseball too?
They've been pretty good, struggling a little bit this year, but overall they're doing pretty good.
They might be looking for a new coach, Tino. Yeah. Baseball. Local guy. Got a lot of clout, knows a lot of people. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch is hit in the air to center field. On the move is Mesa, and he is there and will make the catch for out number 2, and Rusak is retired. And that'll bring up Ryan Baker. Baker gets an at bat here. This is rough on the scorecard, I'll tell you.
I'm lost. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow it's down to 25-man rosters. And first pitch from Nova, who's got more airtime than any one of these prospects today. He's been out there dealing.
He's gonna set to stay back here with Phil Hughes. He won't be starting until next week sometime. Over in the AA or AAA team.
1 ball and 1 strike on Baker. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
It's one thing you want to see though out of these guys, Ivan, Nova, and Castillo, Noel Castillo, just coming out there throwing strikes. They got good stuff. They're attacking the hitters, not pitching around too many guys. And
Ryan Baker is yet another catcher. That's inside for a ball. That was his 75th pitch thrown by Nova. So he's just about reached his limit, I think. .6'4", 210. You got to figure he's going to fill out a little. He might be up there 230 range in a couple of years. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Nova sets him down in order here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's on to the 8th. Yankees all over the field today. The Yankees and their future stars. It's 8-5, the big guys.
On January 12th, a massive earthquake ravaged Haiti's capital, but there's still so much to do. Please join the Clinton Bush Haiti Fund and other organizations as we answer the call to help Haiti build back better. Thank you.
Kyle!
What's up, Mom?
You went on a 29,000-mile joyride in my brand new BMW?
Mom, it's pre-owned.
But your father said it was new.
Yeah, new as in you didn't have it before.
Looks like new, performs like new. And with a warranty for up to 6 years or 100,000 miles, it's hard to believe it's pre-owned.
Wait till your father hears about this.
He knows all about it.
For 500 years, Koreans have been practicing a unique heat therapy. This historical therapy was revealed by the 12 different types of saunas to release your daily fatigues and to restore yourself. Refresh your body and mind with the heat of a 500-year-old tradition. King Spa and Fitness.
There are over 358 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. But not all water is created equal. Only 1/1000th of 1% is filtered naturally beneath the Earth, with a distinct balance of minerals, and emerges crisp and refreshing enough to be called Poland Spring. Poland Spring 100% natural spring water, born better.
8th inning, the Yankees leading their future stars by a score of 8-5, and we have a treat for you right now. New pitcher in the ball game, Pat Venditti. And Tino, this is a young man we've heard about. Now we're going to watch him warming up, Tino, and maybe you could explain this. What's going on here?
He throws left-handed and right-handed. He's one of those ambidextrous pitchers that are very, very rare. And he'll just turn over now, throw a couple of right-handed ones, and get both arms ready for the inning here.
What's the rule? He's facing Daniel Brewer here.
He's facing Daniel Brewer right-handed. I believe the rule is the only time he has to let the next hitter on deck let him know which way he's pitching is if it's a switch hitter. If it's a switch hitter on deck, he has to tell him, I'm going to go left-handed or I'm going to go right-handed, so the switch hitter knows when he gets up there.
So he can't be switching back and forth according to a switch hitter at the plate. Pitch is fouled back by Brewer.
He's pitching right-handed right here to a right-handed hitter. If a left-handed hitter comes up next, which is not the case, he'll switch over to the left-handed side.
Yep, because you know the switch hitter is going to jump to the other side of the plate. You know that could create havoc in the ballpark. Curved ball is a little bit low for ball one. Be interesting to see which way you think he throws better. But I don't know if there's a left-handed hitter scheduled this inning that he would go lefty against.
I saw a lot of his warm pitches were all, the last 5 or 6 were all right-handed, so I'm assuming a lot of righties coming up this inning right here.
Hit in the air to left center field and hit pretty well. On the run is Medchill. He's not going to get it. The ball drops in for an extra base hit. Brewer's the second and will stop there with a 2-base hit. So Daniel Brewer making the most of his first at bat. Young man out of Bradley University.
Got a hanging curveball here from Venditti. Sat right on it and drove it out there to left center. Nice piece of hitting.
So Nunez will come to the plate. Luis Nunez will get his first at bat of the day with the runner at second and nobody out. Starts him with a breaking ball and it hangs high for ball one. That's what Venditti did last year to minors. 49 games. Impressive earned run average. 87 strikeouts in 67 and a third innings. Only 2 home runs allowed. I guess those numbers, the home run numbers, are down because he could always throw from the opposite hand to a hitter, except for a switch hit.
I wonder if he started the game one day right-handed and pitched say 5 or 6 innings just totally right-handed. If he can come back the next day and start left-handed. Give your manager a couple outings back-to-back with just using one pitcher.
Well, he could either do that or be work one day right-handed out of the bullpen and left-handed the next day to give the manager an extra left-hander out of the bullpen. Breaking ball there is fouled back. There's all kinds of possibilities here.
It's pretty impressive what he's done. I mean, the stats from last season in the minor leagues speak for themselves, but to be able to throw a ball with both hands, it's pretty incredible in a professional level.
Ball is hit on the ground to second. It's handled by Corona, who will throw out the runner, but Future Stars will move Brewer over the third base with 1 out.
It's another good at bat by one of the minor league hitters there. Fastball up and in, stays on top and shoots it to the right side like you're taught. Get the run over. There's his glove right there. It's a 6-fingered glove, I believe, that fits both hands comfortably. Just like a well-balanced glove. I guess 3 type of fingers on the left side and 3 type on the right side.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here, and it's Abraham Almonte. You see, he's a left-handed hitter, so right away, Venditti, it looks like he's going to change and go left-handed. Unless Almonte's a switch hitter.
I believe Almonte's a switch hitter.
Okay.
And he has to let him know, he must let him know that he's going to stay right-handed.
Yes, he is a switch hitter, so he has to stay on one side, or else we'd be here forever. He switched gloves, and Almonte would jump to the other side of the plate. So he's going to throw right-handed to Almonte. And he drops a curveball in a little bit high for ball one.
It would have been great to see him go left-handed right here, because I'm sure most of the fans and stands here have no idea that he throws from both sides.
That pitch is high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there. It's 2-1. Had a chance to go to the College World Series and watching it, quite a spectacle.
I've never been. It's supposed to be one of the great sporting events. Summertime, 2 weeks in Omaha, Nebraska, and I know a lot of people plan their vacations around that to go out there because it's such a great time, even if your team is not in the World Series.
3 balls and a strike on Almonte, who takes the pitch, and it's strike 2. The count is now full, 3-2.
I believe this coming year is the last year in that old stadium, Rosenblatt, and next year they're moving into some $30-40 million new stadium out there.
They're building a new one, huh? 3-2 pitch, and it's ball 4. Almonte draws a walk.
Switching over left-handed now, Kenny.
And he's got a left-handed hitter coming to the plate. It is Corbin Joseph who will come to the plate. And Joseph is 0 for 3 with a base on balls. This is amazing.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am too.
I think I'm not sure anybody in the stands knows what's going on here.
Deals him a breaking ball for a strike. Now, it looks like he's got a little different arm angle left-handed. A little more, slings a little more to be more effective against left-handed hitters. Another breaking ball hit in the air to center field. Golson is there. The runner is tagging at third. The throw is coming towards the plate, and it's not going to be in time as the run will score, and it's now 8-6. So give Joseph a sacrifice fly and an RBI. And the future Stars put run number 6 up on the board. Now he goes back to right-handed to face a right-handed hitter. Emerson Landoni is at the plate. Runner's not going. The pitch is a call strike.
This is a little more life on his fastball from the right-hand side. Left-handed side, kind of like you said, Kenny, a little bit of a arm angle, slinger, sweeping slider.
Throw down to first, and Almonte is back. Strike 2 is the call on Landoni. You know, one thing, years ago, I saw Greg Harris pitch for Montreal, and he did the same thing that Venditti's doing. And although Felipe Alou was the manager of the Montreal Expos, he did it in a big league game. And he had begged Felipe all season, let me throw left-handed to a left-handed hitter. And finally, Felipe gave in and said, go ahead. And he got him out. Call strike 3, and that's going to do it. But the future Stars creep a little closer. They pick up a run here in the 8th inning. We played 7.5 here at Steinbrenner Field. Call strike 3 on a sweeping breaking ball. It's 8-6 Yankees.
Cano, Gardner, Chamberlain, and Hughes. Before they hoisted the World Series trophy in the Bronx, they starred for New Jersey's top minor league team, the Trenton Thunder. Just an hour from the Bronx, the Thunder offer the highest level of baseball in New Jersey. Don't miss the New York Yankees World Series trophy on opening night, April 8th, and our free all-you-can-eat feast on April 9th and 10th. Trenton Thunder Baseball. Fun happens here.
Hey, this says Verizon Fios customers are switching back to cable.
Yeah, that's what it says.
But that's not true. You know, you wouldn't have to do stuff like this if you had better customer satisfaction ratings.
Dude, if we had better ratings, we wouldn't need to do stuff like this.
That's my point.
That is my point.
It's the same point.
Get out of my brain.
With 4 times more very satisfied customers than Cablevision, it's no wonder over 98% of Verizon Fios customers stick with Fios. This is beyond cable. This is Fios.
I'm gonna take Allison Jenkins to the senior prom in this.
One day, I'll park this in a spot reserved for me.
When you own a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, chances are they'll own it one day too, which is why it undergoes such a rigorous inspection to meet our uncompromising standards.
It's got 26,000 miles on it now, but I'm gonna take it to 1,000 million.
Hurry into your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for 1.99% financing during our certified pre-owned sales event through April 30th.
He's the godfather of sports talk.
He got whacked and whacked again.
Make the Mike Francesa Show your home for breaking sports news, in-studio interviews, and analysis of the hottest topics of the day.
He's the best quarterback in the world.
Weekday afternoons at 1, right here on Yes.
Wednesday night, the always outspoken Bill O'Reilly sits down for an all-new GMC Presents Center Stage with Michael Kay. From his controversial public persona on screen to his personal life behind the scenes, the political pundit covers it all on a new Center Stage Wednesday night at 11, only on Yes. New pitcher coming into the ball game, and it's going to be Eric Wordkemper. So Nova threw near 80 pitches while he was in there.
Did a very nice job.
Yeah, he did. 38 games in the minors last year for Wordkemper. 3-2, 3.38. 44 strikeouts in 58 2/3 innings. And only 15 walks. So this young man might have exemplary control.
We've seen that a lot today from the minor league pitchers. Something that I'm sure Joe Girardi and his staff are concerned about. Some of the guys being a little bit wild and erratic. They've done a nice job of throwing strikes, attacking the hitters, and pitching ahead of the count and getting good outings from them.
First pitch is in there for a strike. Paredes is up at the plate, and he grounds one to third and is thrown out. One down. I think guys are just getting at bats now. So there's one out. And he'll bring up number 73. Damon Sublett is at the plate. And he takes a pitch downstairs, ball two balls and no strikes.
There you get a good look at the new minor league helmets, the extra padding, the double flaps, the extra padding that David Wright wore for a couple of games last year, and you saw Francisco Cervelli this spring start wearing it. It's mandatory throughout the minor league systems that all players wear that helmet now.
You know, one thing about that is because when they get to the big leagues, or a certain minority of them get to the big leagues, that they'll be used to wearing that helmet. And the older helmet will be grandfathered out. Sublett hits one well to right field. This is way back. Going back is Brewer, the right fielder, and this one is gone. A home run. Sublett goes deep. That's got to be a thrill of a lifetime for that young man.
Number 73. Eric Sublett, good swing right here. Fastball right down the middle. Nice short compact stroke, and that was loud. Good, perfect swing.
And it's now a 9-6 ball game. Yeah, what'd you do over at Steinbrenner? I went deep my only at bat. That pitch. Jack Rye is the next hitter.
Here's look at the side swing here from Sublett. Look at his short pant. Look at his arms. Just stay inside the ball, nice and head behind the ball. Good balance. Well, just jumped off that bat.
There's a pitch to Rye. Tried to check his swing. Went around too far. Young man out of Wichita State. Yet another good baseball program. A lot of successful major leaguers out of Wichita State. That hit the corner. It's a strike. Yeah, he'll be smiling.
Oh, absolutely.
Pitcher Wordkemper is out of Creighton University. There's a pretty good pitcher went to Creighton. Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson.
Yeah. Venditti's from Creighton.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, Creighton's known for pitchers. Rye pops one up, and that's in the short left field. This is going to be a tough play. Shortstop Nunez makes it on the run, and that's out number 2.
We talk about all these college programs, high school programs throughout the country, the Dominican Republic, Japan. The Yankee scouting department has it all covered. I mean, they're coast to coast. They don't miss anybody, and They definitely don't spare any expense sending guys out everywhere to find the top prospects around the world.
I think one thing you should, there are amateur scouts who scout the amateur talent, and then there are pro scouts who scout the big leagues and the minors. So that all types of scouts, and scouts of different levels, and they all answer to the scouting director. First pitch is in there for a call strike.
They're covered coast to coast, though. They don't want to be the team or any team that misses out on the next Derek Jeter or the Alex Rodriguez. A real big impact player who makes a difference in a franchise.
Russo takes a pitch for a call strike, and it's 0-2. I like the way this guy hits.
Kevin Russo's, he's the utility guy in play who, if something goes, happens for Miro Pena, injury or something, he could be the guy that comes up there and fills in for him.
This time he grounds out to second to end the inning, but the Yankees now lead by a score 9-6. It's on to the 9th inning.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Make plans for the 2010 season and host your group in a Yankee Stadium suite. Suites are perfect for entertaining family, friends, and business associates. Sizes range from 12 to 74 guests, and all suites feature all-inclusive food and non-alcoholic beverage packages. For more information, call 646-977-8900 or visit yankees.com/suites.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger up full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
Honda Accord and Toyota Camry stand behind their powertrain for up to 60,000 miles. Chevy Malibu stands behind theirs for up to 100,000 miles, which makes it pretty clear who's standing out front. A Consumer's Digest Best Buy 2 years running. Chevy Malibu. Compare it to anyone, and may the best car win.
Qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on this 2010 Malibu LS for around $199 a month. Call for details. Call 877-64-CHEVY.
The Sunday Daily News is celebrating modern Yankee heroes with great commemorative magazines. Each Sunday, get a big, full-color magazine of a Yankee hero, packed with extraordinary action shots, career highlights, and stats, plus a player poster. This Sunday, get A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. Yours free only in the Sunday Daily News.
9-6, the Yankees leading the Yankee Future Stars here at Steinbrenner Field. 3 more outs, and we'll close shut down the lights on spring training for this year. Let's look at our American Airlines upcoming schedule. Tomorrow at 7 right here at Yes, it all gets started. The Yankees and the Red Sox. Game 1, opening night of the Major League Baseball season. Then on Tuesday at 6 on Yes. The following night on Yes at 6, it's the Yankees and Red Sox as they close out that opening 3-game series. Amaury Sanee, he gets the 3 outs. Spring training is done. Here's Jose Gil, the batter. The catcher takes one inside for ball 1. The Yankees leading their Future Stars by 3 runs here. Looked like an off-speed pitch. Changeup drops in there for strike.
We've seen a lot of things here in this game today from the minor leaguers. We've seen some good pitch. Obviously really good at bats, good hitting, and some pretty good defensive plays.
While the Yankees will move on to Boston to take on the Red Sox, the minor leaguers soon will be departing Tampa, with the exception of the Tampa Yankees, who will be trying to defend their championship in the Florida State League. The other players at the other affiliates will move around the country and begin their minor league seasons. And of course, every time you go out, good swing and a changeup, swing and a miss. You hope to have a good enough year that you move up the ladder.
That's right. You gotta make that impact each season. Put your numbers up, do the best you can. Get your batting average up there, hit some home runs, and open some eyes. Get invited to the big league camp next year.
Yeah, that's What you're looking for. Call, strike three. Heel is struck out. Sani catches him looking.
I was talking to AAA manager Dave Miley before the game today, and I asked him, when do you guys break camp? And he said, we leave tomorrow. They don't start till Monday, I believe. And you're talking about the big league team now, get ready to board the plane and head out to Boston. He said a lot of his guys will be driving their cars up tomorrow to Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. I said, are you kidding me? He says, yeah, they obviously can't afford to have them shipped, so they're going to get in the cars and caravan up to Scranton.
Here's Matt Cusick, left-handed batter, gets an opportunity against Sani here with one out in the ninth inning. Drive your cars.
Drive your car, Pennsylvania.
There's certain organizations have other rules. They don't let you do that. You got to take the team transportation. 91 games last year for Cusick. Hit .291. It's a representative batting average. Takes pitch a little high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
We've seen a lot of guys today. There's a lot of stars in our minor league system that are AAA, AA guys. We've seen a lot of them that have just signed or right out of high school or college that having some good at bats and some good arms out there.
Well, the changeup swung on a miss. Good tools.
Yeah, I know when I was out of high school, I wasn't ready to play in a game like this here, against big league players and on a big league field.
Curveball misses. It's 3 balls and a strike. Now for the big leaguers, as they first get on the bus, then get on the plane, fly to Boston. One more night before it all starts. One more night in the day. Call, strike, and the count is full, 3-2. Now going into a season, you know who you're going to face. You're going to face the ace of the other ball club. Is that kind of playing on your mind as you get towards the end of spring training? You know who you're going to face opening night?
Yeah, it does. You're thinking, you got Josh Beckett next, but you also have, John Lester, Beckett. You have a good rotation there. So it's really game one. It's a build up of the excitement. You want to face the ace of the staff, get that first game under your belt, but then all of a sudden it becomes the season. Now you're just into the season, and it's one pitcher after another, one team after another.
Later tonight on Yes, the Nets are at home at the Izod Center to take on the Hornets for you basketball fans. Complete coverage starts at 7 for the Nets pregame. Then Marv Albert and Jim Spanarkel have the courtside call. Hornets and Nets tonight at 7 on Yes. This is Brewer who takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Brewer had a double and scored his first time.
Kind of nice to be that opening game, though, on Sunday night on ESPN, because usually every year you're just sitting there and you're watching the openers. The game. Here's a look at the Red Sox rotation: Beckett, Lester, Lackey, Buchholz.
That's 4, and I think Wakefield's in there.
Wakefield's in there. It's a nice, good starting 4 or 5 there, and like I said, you got Beckett tomorrow, and then Lester, and on. So
hit hard off the glove of the pitcher. Get the second baseman, get the force. The throw on the first is not in time. So the inning will continue. But Brewer hit the ball hard, but forces a runner at second base. Sani helped himself out by knocking it down. The force will go 1-4-6 on Cusick.
Self-defense right there. That was a sure hit up the middle. And
they're going to make a pitching change here. So one more pitcher will get an opportunity here at Steinbrenner Field this spring in training out of the Yankee organization. He's going to try and pick up the last out. We'll tell you who he is when we get back. Stay with us.
Mark, we have teams on both coasts that are interested, but Milos only wants to play for Dallas. Milos really wants to play for Brussels. Milos only wants to play for Shanghai. Buenos Aires. Frankfurt.
Milos really wants to play for Rome.
How's your Japanese?
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines. Fly American to Beijing, nonstop from Chicago.
Hey, this says Verizon Fios customers are switching back to cable.
Yeah, that's what it says.
But that's not true. No. You wouldn't have to do stuff like this if you had better customer satisfaction ratings.
Dude, if we had better ratings, we wouldn't need to do stuff like this.
That's my point.
That is my point.
It's the same point.
Get out of my brain.
With 4 times more very satisfied customers than Cablevision, it's no wonder over 98% of Verizon Fios customers stick with Fios. This is beyond cable. This is Fios.
In every friendly little competition, there's a winner and a loser. A runner-up, second best, the one who fell a bit short.
Thank you.
Our friends at BMW know exactly how this feels. Experience our winning lineup at your local Audi dealer today.
New pitcher is Jonathan Ortiz with 2 outs here in the 9th inning, and that's what he did last year in the minor leagues, 48 games, 3-4. I mean, a lot of these pitchers have some good numbers. 2.91 ER, 76 strikeouts in 55 2/3 innings. Well, he can strike some people out, put them away. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. This is Brewer, who is 1 for 1. That hits the corner. He's got a live arm too. A little funky delivery also.
He does kind of collapses on his backside a little bit, just drives off that back knee and slings the ball. Good fastball.
Pop behind home plate and onto the screen. So the future stars are down to their last strike. A lot of the fans who were here at the beginning of trying to beat the traffic. They saw a lot of action this afternoon in a 9-6 ball game. Fastball is way upstairs and it's 2-2.
They sure did. And to their credit, it was sold out stadium here today, and they stayed at least 6-7 innings here. He just kind of reloads on his backside. He kind of drops and drives and gives a little bit of a funky delivery.
Ball was pulled foul by Brewer, and the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we're talking about the Red Sox and their starting rotation. Daisuke Masazaka is going to be working down at extended spring training. The Red Sox might end up with 6 starting pitchers.
Yeah, they're loaded in the starting on the starting staff, but it's going to be interesting to see, Kenny, how we talked about their defense. They brought in a bunch of new guys, and you know, you're going to play in the pressure cooker now of a Boston and Fenway Park. It's a totally different ball game.
And speaking of ball game, there is your ball game. Ortiz strikes out Brewer, and the final score today is going to be the Yankees winning by a score of 9-6 against their future stars. There's a celebration near the Yankee dugout, and this is going to bring down the curtain on spring training for the Yankees. Right now it's time for the play of the game, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Marcus Timms getting a hanging breaking ball out there and driving it out of the ballpark to put a stamp on his spring training season.
Well, Marcus, who found out today that he had made the club. That's the way he celebrates, by going deep. Here are the final totals for this afternoon's ball game. For the New York Yankees, they get 9 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. The future stars, 6 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. A very entertaining ball game this afternoon. The winner was Javi Vasquez. The loser, Jonathan Albaladejo. The save goes to Ortiz. Montero for the future stars, 2 for 4 with a double. Javier Vasquez has started for the Yankees, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts in his final tune-up on the season. Special thanks to Troy Benjamin, John Wilson, Woody Fryman, and John Filibelli. Join us again tomorrow night for the Yankees baseball as the Bombers open up the regular season against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. with the New York Yankees pregame show on Yes. Once again, our final score, the Yankees 9, the future stars 6. For Tito Martinez, I'm Ken Singleton saying so long, everybody.
I thought if you had an older home, there was no way you could reduce your energy costs.
Boy, was I wrong.
We had our house performance tested by a contractor certified by the Building Performance Institute.
We found a host of problems that could be corrected.
They showed us what it would cost
And how much we'd save this year.
and for years to come. We've reduced our energy use 45 to 50%.
And it's good for the environment. How can you beat that?
For more true stories of how New Yorkers are saving energy, log on to getenergysmart.org.
People ask me all the time, who's the most important guy on the ice? A player like Mike Green, he's a great defenseman. We all know that. But it doesn't start there. It starts with the foundation. You need one guy who can work the entire rink. Somebody who brings it every game, every time.
Getting to the airport can be stress-free. Just call the 77s of Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service and let us get you there on time and smiling. Whether you're going to LaGuardia, Kennedy, Newark, or riding around town, Dial 7 saves you time and money. We've got a bold new look, and we're the best ride in town. Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service, 777-7777.
We're Big Bucks Auto. You've seen us on TV. You've heard us on the radio. We pay top dollar for thousands of vehicles, and we're still buying stronger than ever.
Don't spend your hard-earned money on costly ads that just don't work. Then have psychos coming to your home.
No more bait-and-switch trade-ins and not knowing what you're really getting for your car.
Drive in for your free cash appraisal. We'll make you an offer and give you big bucks on the spot.
Even if it's leased or financed. Call us today at Big Bucks Auto, 888-44-BUCKS.
Change the way you feel about moving with one call to DirecTV. Then experience our award-winning customer satisfaction, including free professional installation at your new home, a free DVR or HD receiver upgrade. Plus, ask about getting 21 of the best movie channels free for 3 months. It all adds up to over $200 in additional savings. The 5-Star Movers Connection. Compliments of DirecTV.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Yes Network.
And welcome to another year of WB Mason Presents The Joe Girardi Show. Yes, we're back again. Joe, it's the 3rd year.
Another year.
Does it seem like it's 3?
It's usually another edition, but another year.
This is another year.
It's going quick.
It has gone very quickly. That's Joe Girardi. I'm Michael Kay. You know the deal with the show. We talk about what's going to happen, what's already happened. We'll take questions as well. And every single Sunday throughout the regular season, you'll get a brand new, spanking new, unbelievably great new edition of the Joe Girardi Show. This is the first one of the 2010 season. But before we talk about the season, Joe, let's talk about the off season. Now, your off season started driving home from the World Series, and there was an accident. What was it, on the Sprain?
No, it was on the Hutch.
The Hutch. What
Actually,
happened?
it was across county. We were approaching the Hutch. We were going around the corner, and I saw that a car had hit the wall, and being a NASCAR fan, I assumed that she blew a tire and hit the wall. And we got over. My wife was screaming, "Stop, stop, stop." So stopped, and there weren't that many people out at 2:30 in the morning. The kids were in the back seat of the car, and I ran across, and I was really concerned because the car was pretty mangled, how this person was. And I got there, and her window was broken, and there was glass all over her, and I asked her, was she all right? And she said, "I'm fine." And she was trying to make a phone call, and I was like, my wife called the police and told them where we were, and I was concerned that someone was going to come around the corner and hit her, and I was like, "Ma'am, you have to get out of this car." She never got out, and fortunately the police got there quickly, and there wasn't a lot of traffic, but she was okay, and that was the start of our off season.
Did she know who you were?
No.
She had no idea?
It was great. I just said, and when the police got there, I left, took my kids home, put them to bed at 2:45, and the off season started.
Now, every single off season comes with change, and even though you win, people that were important to winning, they've got to go. And you lost a couple of people that were very, very important to the championship, and also I know that you like them. And
Yeah.
let's take them one at a time. Hideki Matsui, Yankees don't bring him back. He ends up signing with the Angels. Tough one for you?
Yeah, tough. Very professional hitter, great hitter. Was always ready. I mean, we saw what he did in the playoffs and what he did in the final game of the World Series. I mean, he was clutch. And you bring in the lefty to face him, he was going to hit the lefty. You left the righty, and he was going to hit the righty. And I think the hardest thing is when you win as a group and all the things that you go through as a group, it's hard to say goodbye. In a sense, you really never say goodbye because you have that bond, but you want to keep that feeling together as long as possible. And you know there's going to be change. There was change from 96 when we won to 98, 99. There was always change, but that's always the most difficult part.
Johnny Damon, obviously New York fans really have an affinity for Johnny Damon, and when he came up at George Steinbrenner Field when the Tigers were, he got a standing ovation. So you know in New York, why was that move made, and was that a move that you understood, and was it tough for you to swallow?
No, I mean, we tried to sign him. We did, and it didn't work out. And, you know, Johnny was a guy that we pursued, and for whatever reasons it didn't work out. And, you know, Johnny was a great guy in the field, and he was a great guy in the clubhouse, and had a lot of life, and had the ability to relax people. And he's